MisterShnitzel is now live streaming Dungeons & Dragons. Look, all I'm saying is Dungeons & Drag Queens has a great ring to it. Dungeons & Dragons. No. Yes. Pay up. Bald man. Send back Kolob for Cine. It didn't go through. There we go. ERM huge. I don't know why it wasn't working. Huge. ERM huge much. LOL eyes is horkin at 96 BPM. Sinister Jest is horkin at 110 BPM. LOL eyes is horkin at 136 BPM. Imagine playing Singularity though. Sinister Jest is horkin at 98 BPM. Moontalon is horkin at 177 BPM. Huge horkin. LOL eyes is horkin at 110 BPM. Sinister Jest is horkin at 79 BPM. Bald. Fork. Lol Eyes is Horkin at 155 BPM. H. CB. Hi. Lol Izzy. Hi. Ray. Rubal fights Strahd. Sinister Jest is Horkin at 64 BPM. Lol Eyes is Horkin at 164 BPM. It's a weak wrist day. Respect the balls. Sinister Jest is Horkin at 113 BPM. Moon Talon is Horkin at 141 BPM. MisterShnitzel is now live streaming Dungeons & Dragons. Look, all I'm saying is Dungeons & Drag Queens has a great ring to it. Dungeons & Dragons. Don't feel like jorking no more. It's Tunko time. Tunkin it right now in the club. CB is horkin at 151 BPM. He should break his kneecaps the first time he uses his powers. I'll bust your kneecaps.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Welcome. It is once again Saturday. It is time. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. I'm always excited for a good Saturday session. My favorite day. It's quickly becoming my favorite day of the week. Our Saturday DnD session will begin shortly.
We're getting kneecaps out here.
We're getting into it. Oh, we're getting into it today. Very exciting. We left our party off in quite the strange predicament last time we saw them. A very strange Jackie. A very strange and dangerous predicament indeed for some of our party members the last time we saw them. And we'll be recapping exactly how we got to where we are. A little preamble, a little bit of a little more information, a little extra information as to how exactly the entire party got there over the last few sessions. Bald man, pay up. Look, I'll have to pay you next time, okay? I'm sorry. We don't have stream avatars active for D&D night. Sorry. I'll get you tomorrow. We'll get you back tomorrow. Space was first to chat. Congratulations. A round of applause for Fresh Space. He was indeed first to chat today. A big round of applause. I need to put it all on red. Damn, that was a lot of fun doing some gambling the other night on GTA. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
It was.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was dope. Anywho.
TBS and avatars are off for the DnD stream.
Oh, yeah.
The DM.
Oh, yeah.
And then IGU became a fucking rapper.
Oh, yeah. Redeem playable character request, the DM, the Dungeon Master.
Lars, knowing IG.
No, I'll do it. I guess I'll be the DM. I guess.
It's for him to play, not me.
The playable request has been redeemed. I guess we'll play the DM. Sure. Fine. Fine, dude. Yeah, all right, fine. Yeah, I guess you've convinced me. We'll be the DM tonight. But we're just gonna get into it. Welcome in, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your weekend. Beautiful Saturday so far. But we are gonna get into it. Again, anyone that's unfamiliar with our campaign, we're gonna have a bit of a recap.
DM
We're gonna get into a little bit of a recap as to how we got here and what we're looking at and what our party has in store for them, and more. So here we go. As big exciting. We're getting into it. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're just gonna transfer right over into the D&D and see how everyone's doing. All right. Let me get this all set up here. Let me get this put to the side, and let me get the music. Let's get our ambient music playing for us here.
Norris.
All right. All right.
The Ranger.
Like, the Ranger?
His TV show.
Dude, I've never seen Chuck with a gun.
Hello,
That's what confused me, see?
Welcome in, everyone. Are you guys talking about the Serby clip?
Yeah, we're talking about Chuck Norris and how I was confusing Chuck Norris with Clint Eastwood, and I kept thinking, I've never seen Chuck Norris with a gun because he doesn't need one. He has his fists. So that's
he needs it.
Dude, he's Chuck.
Yeah, I did see that. I've never seen him use a gun before. That was actually a pretty rare. I feel like that was a rare clip of him using a gun. I've never seen that.
Right? That's how I was like, I confused the shit out of me. And I kept, like, in my head, I was like, is that Clint Eastwood? Or is that Chuck Norris?
Okay.
Pretty silly. But we are, welcome everyone. Glad you were all able to make it to our newest session today. For a little recap, if anyone is just joining us or missed a couple sessions, and just to recap kind of where we are, where the party is. Many moons ago, our party was asked by a couple of revenants within the Order of the Silver Dragon, had asked our party to help them with some tasks to assist them, and in turn they would be assisting the party. So one of the tasks that the party was given, I was about to say that one of the tasks the party was tasked with, which would have been silly. I should have just committed.
One
of the tasks that the party was given was to seek out a priest by the name of Brother Gregor, and they were told that he would be found within the ruins of Berez.
Tell them I want to live Cine XD.
And as our party has gotten closer, not only closer and closer, but now is in the depths.
I need a chiropractor.
Now that our party has entered and delved within the depths
3R26
of the ruins of Berez and the
make this intro.
Okay,
run.
I have TTS going. I forgot to turn TTS off. Whoopsies. I was like, guys, can you please stop interrupting me? I forgot it. That's my fault. I forgot to turn TTS off.
Mara said that you did.
Look at my redeem.
Anywho, so just to recap, our party was given some tasks by the revenants of the Order of the Silver Dragon in Agensvastholt, and one of the tasks was to seek out Brother Gregor within the swamps of Berez. And as they've already found, these swamps are incredibly treacherous. One wrong step and they might end up in surrounded by strange flora that seeks to kill them or eat them. Or perhaps they end up in a ruin in which is ghosts and demons seeking their doom. But our party now is finally, we can even, so here's kind of the image of the Burgo Master's estate that we're looking at here that they had stumbled onto. But we can even show just how far they have trekked so far. So our party is exploring these swamps. Let me pop this up here. And as you can see, they kind of started out from the north here, and they've made their way down through some of the tricky, sticky swamps. They've stumbled into some of the ruins, but they made their way all the way down the road and were able to navigate to a strange goat pen, where they got some information that a strange hag by the name of Baba Lisyaga has been conducting some very horrid spells and using some poor goats as her. Okay, can we stop measuring, please? Thank you, Marge. But they discovered a Baba Lisyaga and her goats, who she was using as to experiment on with strange and dastardly spells. Even finding one that was so exhausted and so stressed out by the spells that were being put onto her that his head exploded. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, the big P.
Rest in peace, Philip. The poor goat gone far too soon. But after picking bits of Philip's head off of their clothes, they were able to find their way just past the goat pens, and they spotted the ruins of a mansion of some sort of a very once very highly esteemed and fancy looking Burgomaster's mansion that they are now scouring through the ruins of. And they have found themselves, now is exactly right where we left off. They have found themselves within the cellar, the ruined, damp, and flooded cellar of this Burgomaster's mansion. And last we saw before we left off, Tunko was tossed by our barbarian dragonborn. Head first onto a barrel, which he's now floating on top of. I'm even going to, let me make this a little more barrel shaped. Let me make this a little more barrel shape.
Unharmed. Dual barrel roll.
Let me see
I got a plan.
Let me see a barrel shape on this.
Do we see a barrel on the board? Points at school.
Let me make this more barrel shaped. Just makes it bigger.
Yeah, I thought it would stretch it out. I thought it would stretch it sideways. It did not.
I got you, found.
There it is. But yeah, he's floating on a barrel, and as soon as he landed on the barrel, a strange, gigantic glob of black ooze rose up from the dirty swamp water that floods the cellar, and is now ready to attack the small gnome, who is in a very bad position at the moment.
I've got this shit, dude.
Well, we'll see.
I'm just gonna ignore him.
We shall see, but before we get before we pick apart what exactly will happen next in here with our party facing off against the Black Ooze, there is someone who was taking a little nap last session, who was sleeping a little bit, resting up after all of the trouble and fighting you have all been through.
Just tired of all these new people, bro.
Yeah, maybe a little anxious or something. Something happened, but
he's just tired of them.
But now
he already wants to go.
Now awake and alone, as he looks around, he notices some footprints kind of leading in towards this abandoned ruin. Is our Torel Quickhand, one of the newest party members, who just joined us but 2 weeks ago.
But 2 weeks.
But yeah, so you kind of hop out of the wagon, you plop down onto your feet into the wet, sort of moist mud and dirt, and as you kind of approach this gate that surrounds the estate, you notice, roll me a survival check.
Survival? Oh fuck! I don't know if his survival is very good.
Let's see just how much you notice here.
Does it even matter though? Does he have like all of your skills or whatever the fuck? Like, don't you just naturally rely anyways?
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh,
I was good.
Yeah. You're able. I guess that your party was really dragging their feet. You see very clear and precise footprints that lead. Here. I'll even kind of that kind of lead. Whoops, wrong button. That kind of lead this way around this fountain, and they seem to kind of go out of your line of sight from there on. But you at the very least see them leading through the courtyard here.
Ah, yes, but he notices leaves and he follows the leaves.
Leaf prints.
The leaf prints.
Really.
Yep, that's exactly it. He instead of following the very obvious footsteps, he walks away, following the leaf prints. But yeah, no, he's gonna follow the.
Are you guys able to see Toro?
I do see that.
I can, yeah.
You can? Okay.
That's crazy. I'm being
I'm
stalked.
No, it's just that's
It's fair, you were stalking our party for God knows how long.
Say, man, Gunther does have a telescope of scrying, so you know.
But as you get closer,
You all the scrying orb, telescope of scrying.
with a 20, nat 20 in survival, you immediately notice that the footprints lead towards the staircase, and then you even notice the crust kind of the mud they still had on their shoes as it leads up the staircase.
And he's gonna walk up to the staircase, and he's gonna look down and like visibly like scoff at all the dirt, and he's gonna kind of like step to the side on like one of the stones and like brush his feet of the mud and the dirt on his shoes, and then he's gonna walk up, avoiding all of the footsteps and like the little like puddles of dirt on the steps. And as he's moving around, he's basically the whole way he's walking and like following their footsteps, he's just avoiding their footsteps, like avoiding the dirt and the mud that they trailed in.
Got it. But you notice as you kind of get up the staircase and pass through what once was a doorway, instantly Toral would notice rubbing the dirt off of his shoes may not have been necessary at all, as this entire place is in disarray. Dirt, mud, debris, and pieces of fallen wall and fallen roof lay scattered among every inch of this building. It almost looks nothing like the mansion that it once was. The only bits that even remotely resemble its former glory are a couple of walls in corners like this, or kind of the front entryway here still stand around 20 feet off the ground, but the rest of it has almost crumbled entirely. But anyways, we're gonna kind of so Toral has made his way into the kind of the lobby area here, and we're going to kind of flip back to our party in the cellar, and we're going to need all of you guys to now roll for initiative. Let Let me get a,
Okay.
let me get a combat.
Yo.
There we are. There we are.
Yeah.
All right, first roll of the night, baby. Don't frick this up.
There are 2 Tunkos on the initiative roll.
Right.
Why?
Interesting.
Where's the other Tonko?
You don't see the other Tunko on the initiative?
No, I see
I
the
do
other
see
Tonko on
it,
the
but
initiative.
we don't know where the
is
other
he?
Tunko is.
Where is he?
It's under Kasara.
Oh.
It's invisible under Kasara. It's right here.
Oh.
That's right, because remember the we were having issues and we
Made a new
Good
one.
zero
Yeah.
characters.
Okay. There it is. That is exactly what happened. So 12, perfect.
also we gotta bring back Spider. Spider wants to be brought back to life.
Well, as soon as we see sign of
Make
Lyra
me kill him again.
again. But here, let me get some music going for our encounter here. As again, so that was kind of, we were just catching up to Toril and where he is at this point, and he'll be rolling his own initiative after this round. But yes, the ooze has risen from the water, and it seeks to swallow whole Tunko Fizzlepop. But a lot of turns in between that and you all, so Kasara, you're going first.
Why am I always going first? Let me see. What can I do from here? Oof. I'm not much of a distance fighter.
Well, remember, Kasara, the thing is magical in nature, so it might. Oh, it eats magic. It seems like magic isn't effective.
Especially since of that. Oh my god, I don't know what to do actually.
Perhaps we could.
Is the goop around us very deep?
Is it what?
Like all of this.
Is it
murky
really
water.
deep?
Is the water deep, or is it like tough terrain?
It would be difficult terrain, but no, the water is only, the water's like 4 feet deep. So you'd be trudging through it.
Oh, wait.
Tunko,
wait.
Tunko would have to swim.
Yeah. No, okay, hold on. I'm 3.8 inches. Can I just stand on my tippy toes? I'm like right there.
His head barely above water. Oh my god.
He is basically looking like the kid in that one meme that has the lady holding up the kid, and the other kid is like barely holding his head above water.
If you were,
Yeah, that
if you
would
were,
be Tunko.
If you were fully submerged in the water, all of your actions would be at disadvantage for you, Tunko.
Wait.
And it's stuff like this. This
I
is
mean, I'm
kind
not
of
gonna go in
this
the
is
water.
this is the negative of being a gnome, where there's other benefits of like being small is good.
Well,
we
it
can
doesn't.
fit
I'm
into
just
small
gonna
spaces
paddle
and
my
stuff
way
is-
back to safety. Don't worry. I'm not gonna fall in that water.
All right.
I'm just gonna paddle.
Fucker.
Well, Kosara is next.
What do I have in my inventory, maybe? I don't want to go into the goo.
Well, what you could do, Kasara, is you could go get an item and perhaps a stick of some sort and get ready to throw it, perhaps.
I have a spear. So that's... But I'm still not, like, not very close enough.
True.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here.
So
I'm
right,
guessing,
so right here. Let me draw. I'm gonna draw a little line.
like 10 feet.
So like right at the stairs, like I think right here, right? Is
So
where
yeah, like right.
tough terrain is.
Is that not drawing? Why
That-
is that
that's
not
where the stairs
drawing?
is.
So right. Why is that? Why is it a circle? Draw freehand. There we go. So right. Sorry, right here is where the difficult terrain starts.
So that means I can go 10 feet like
Right.
this.
Right, and then everything past that would be
10 more
difficult terrain.
feet. And 10 more feet here. Because I
We're
have...
gonna go next.
I'm guessing, right? So 10 feet normal, and I have left 20 feet, which doubles down. So yeah, I think this is how much you can go. So I'm gonna go into the Yaki.
You into the yucky.
Ugh. It's like, and
Yes, as you see Kosara splash and make her way. Oh. What the? That was weird.
If you're doing this, do you say anything to Tunko or just say anything, Kasara?
she's too focused on not getting the important part into the water, the backpack.
All right, so Kosara kind of finds her way off the stairs into the water. Are you gonna? Do you have enough action to attack?
Well, I do have an action.
You have your spear.
I wonder if I should use a spear to help Tanko to attack this goo. I don't think attacking the goo is a good idea.
I was gonna say, it's up to you. But remember, when you did use an item, like when we like threw like a piece of wood or whatever, it did eat it up and burn it.
He does remember. Yes, it is incredibly acidic. Its entire body is like this acidic ooze.
I also remember it being immune to like basically every form of damage that I have.
Yeah, ice magic. Yeah, ice magic can stop it. It's true.
If you do remember correctly, you remember using ice magic, cold damage magic against it, and it was completely useless.
So a spear then. Is a spear reach just a regular 5 feet, or is it longer? That's what
It's
I'm
on the
confused.
weapon, shouldn't it? Does it not say?
It doesn't say because it's a special spear. That's what I'm looking up.
What are you asking?
No, it's 5 feet. It's 5 feet. Okay, it's regular reach.
She was thinking about the reach of the spear because she didn't want to get too close to it.
Oh,
So she was like trying to attack it from like a distance.
okay.
No. It's just I was hoping I could like land it to Tanko over there. To, like fish him out.
Like pick him up, like you just fish him up, try not to stab
Yeah.
as you like pick him up with the spear.
I just I think. Can I pick up Tanko as a object? No, I cannot.
Not from your current position, but if you were able to get
Not as a
around.
bonus. Not as a bonus action, right? Not as an interaction. Because I've been thinking about
picking him up would be an action.
Yep. So version is not an option either. Should I just moonbeam it? Why did I can't?
I was gonna say, yeah, you could moonbeam. You could also like reach out your spear and then like have him kind of like, I don't know if you'd be strong enough to hold it while he like climbs on top of it. You know what I mean? Like that's how you like get him. I don't know.
I was trying to.
Pray he doesn't fall in the fucking ooze.
I'm gonna try and land him the spear, like the stick end of it, and like grab it, Tanko! Get me the fuck out of here! Can I do that?
You mean across the ooze?
Can I do that across the ooze?
No, across. This is like 6 foot out of the. This is like now raised up 6 foot out of the water. This is not like a puddle on the surface. This is like a whole. This is a whole monster sticking out over the water.
Yeah, so it's like blocking your view from Tonko, essentially.
Yeah, it's huge. This is
Right?
a huge mass of ooze.
Okay, then I'm gonna spit
Fucking
on the
movie,
ooze and my turn.
Okay.
I don't know what else
You
to
just
do.
spit on it.
Yeah, I just spit on it.
That was
Alright.
necessary.
Gunther is next.
Alright, Gunther is how is Gunther? Gunther is going to cast Vicious Mockery on the ooze.
Okay. Vicious Mockery.
That's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. See how smart this ooze is. Ooh. It does save.
It does save. That takes some damage. And then Gunther is then. Gunther is. Okay. Gunther is gonna. I'm gonna end my turn. Yeah. Gunther's gonna be like, this curse under his head. This thing is wise too. This thing is able to withstand psychic magic.
Probably because it doesn't have a brain.
Is that your turn?
It's Ragnar's Holy.
Yeah, that is not my turn.
Okay. Aurelior's next.
Yeah, I'll reach.
All right.
You kill the ooze.
And then I'll end.
After raging?
Yeah.
Okay. So Aurelior's gonna kind of hold his position here. Tunko, you're next.
Okay, wait, so on Tonko's turn, I'll use Branches of the Tree.
Huh?
Oh. Whenever a creature you can see starts his turn within 30 feet of you while your rage is active as a reaction, summon a spectral branches around it. Target must succeed on a DC 15 strength throw or be teleported to unoccupied space. So you can auto-fail the strength throw. Nice. Okay.
So, yeah. So he just teleports me?
Yeah, so you can auto-fail that. So the branches, you see branches kind of uproot, kind of splash up through the water and kind of grab Tunko as it as suddenly the branches in Tunko disappear in the blink of an eye, and now Tunko is 5 feet away from Aurelior.
Well, on my turn, he's gonna look at Aurelior and he's gonna say, "Is that you?"
Yeah.
And he's gonna look at Kasara and he's gonna be like, "Well, thanks, guys."
Well,
And he walks up the stairs.
okay.
Oh fuck! That actually teleports you. Oh.
The thing is,
That wasn't supposed to happen.
I was gonna say,
If the beast wants to try to attack me,
Well,
we already know I'm just gonna reflect the damage.
I was gonna say you could escape from the beast, but remember there was a ghost that had spoken to you all, and he needed something from down here, if you remember.
Tonko remembers, but it's Kasara. You guys got this.
Well, Tunko has officially left the combat encounter, so next is Thraxus.
All right.
You guys got this.
Let's see. What am I doing? I will cast Aid on Kasara, Aurelior, and Gunther. Because, you know.
Kasara.
All right.
Okay. How much is it?
God.
5?
Yeah, it should be 5 because I only casted it as a level 2.
Oh wait.
So you're casting second level, so right. So you guys get
Marked it.
increased hit point maximum by 5. Which also heals you for 5. So if you were at 48, you would go up to 53. If your max health was 50. I'm sorry. Anything else you want to do here, Thraxus?
No, I will end my turn there.
All right. Next is the black pudding.
What do you do?
The black pudding is going to just attack with its pseudopod at Kosara right in front of it here.
19.
It would have to be a 19. It does miss as it tries to, as it throws a piece of its gooey body kind of out towards Kosara. It ends up just splashing into the water and completely misses her. Birch, that will be its turn. But so at the top of the next turn, we're going to move back to the ruins. Gonna turn down the music here a little bit as we kind of get back to Torel. Does Torel have a light around him? I don't know why he doesn't have the glow.
He's human. He's human, so he doesn't have vision.
True.
Yeah, he's blind as a fucking bat.
But this will be.
It's sad because I thought about giving him like a light spell too, and it just I just decided, nah, let's not do it. And now here we are.
Who the hell needs light?
Without a light spell in a dark ass fucking house. 30 health. Did we heal last session?
You are muted, FYI. I don't know if you're talking to chat or
God
what.
damn it, I was talking the whole time.
Oh.
I was gonna say, yeah, why need a light source when you can just become a human light bulb with Kasara spells?
Yeah, true, basically. Did we rest last session?
No.
No.
We did not.
Nope.
Damn.
No.
Alright.
But everyone else is a little injured too, so you're not alone.
Okay.
Speak for yourself. Okay.
I'm kinda chilling, dude.
Except Gunther,
Dude,
and
I'm
everyone that was healed.
Except for
everyone.
Everyone's kind of short on health, except for those people who were
they
healed.
got temporarily healed.
except for the people who aren't.
What do you mean? I got 3 of healing.
Yeah, no, I'm
that's
just
true.
chilling, dude.
Cindy has
I'm
been
missing
regenerating.
8 health.
All right, but go ahead and roll me an initiative.
I have to roll initiative. I'm only gonna get like 5 movement this turn. Oh, I get advantage on my initiative.
True, that's big initiative.
Oh, bro.
I'm just gonna roll another d20. What the fuck is my initiative roll? +8. Okay.
Okay, yeah, the first one would have been
24.
better.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and move all of your movement. You see footprints leading this way, but you know what? With your continuing on that 20 survival roll, you see more recent footsteps are leading this way.
Okay. So Toral's gonna dash. Seeing no immediate danger, so he's gonna dash so he can like go far.
Okay.
And I'm gonna measure this just quickly, just to see. He's gonna fly down the hallway.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. You saw them heading into this.
Oh,
room.
into this door.
Yeah.
Okay, so then how far was that? 30 feet.
30.
So that. There, you'll run into there, and yeah.
Is that your full movement? 60.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you haven't really reached.
Actually, wait. Does he even know there's a fight going on?
He doesn't, but this is kind of the timing. He's spending this much time while your party is already in the encounter.
Okay, so then I technically, since he doesn't know, he's not running, so he probably shouldn't have dashed.
We'll say you use your full movement plus dash as
Okay.
This may be just a little flavor as to why he would be dashing. As you notice, as you're following these footprints, you don't hear any noise. You don't hear the sound of like clashing swords. You don't hear people talking. It's dead silent. But you know your party is in here somewhere, whether they're dead or alive. So you might be in a bit of a hurry.
And would he be able to see that corpse of the whatchamacallit?
Oh yeah, the mimic. Yeah, you would see some strange. You would see some strange kind of glistening, slobbery tongue sticking out of a chandelier, which might
Damn,
be
we ran into a mimic last session, and I wasn't here for that.
A mimic chandelier.
Yeah, I think first
Dude, it
mimic
was
of the
looking
entire
up
session, the entire campaign. First
That's
mimic.
crazy. Yeah, it's actually wild.
I think there's been one other mimic that you guys have walked past and just never interacted with, but yeah, first one you guys actually fought.
Please spoil what it was.
I think it was just like a chest in a prison or in a dungeon or something. You guys
It's funny,
just
actually.
never interacted
We
with it.
just completely ignored it.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny.
It's kind of hokey.
It says we passed by. I was like,
well,
oh, go back.
Kind of. Yeah, I get he doesn't end his turn yet because he's kind of off put by the lack of noise and seeing the dead mimic like at a distance on the table over there, and the lack of noise. He's gonna use his bonus action to activate Cloak of Shadow.
Ooh, okay, all right.
And that'll be the end of his turn.
Interesting move. So Torral is kind of scouring through the manor up top side, looking for you guys, but we will be returning back to the basement. And what was Tunko? Tunko was 12, right? I'm gonna throw him back on the initiative tracker so we can track what he's doing. But that won't be yada yada yada. And so, gosh damn. Here we go. Back to the cellar. And so on the combat tracker, we're just going to add Tunko. Don't mind this.
I'm back.
But anywho, so Tunko was at 12. Let me just set that real quick. Boom. And then we have Rangulis on the top floor. We don't need to worry about that yet. Kosara will be first up.
Rangil, sad face.
Just shut up with
Did I say Rangil? God damn it.
Yeah.
Dead naming Toral.
Okay, so...
I'll use the branches again at the start of Kasara's turn.
We have to wait for your turn. No.
True, yeah, you've already used your reaction.
Well,
that
it was last turn.
Right?
Yeah, it was last turn, so he would have to wait for his
So
turn.
he has a reaction now.
Well, no. So we haven't even gone full circle yet. So we went black pudding. We did Toral's whole turn, and then now we're back. Yeah. So it'd be until his next turn. Yeah.
Oh, true.
That's it.
I'm a disengage then.
Okay. Fair
I
enough.
don't wanna do anything here. I'm
Fair
gonna
enough.
move 15 feet over here in the slouch. I'm gonna search it to find what we were looking at for. I don't remember what we were looking for. But I'm looking for it.
The man's son.
Yeah, you're looking for the bones of. Yeah. Was it his? What is it?
It's the Burgomaster's. It was the Burgomaster's son, because we met the Burgomaster's
Oh
ghost.
yeah, true. Go ahead and roll me investigation, Kosara.
Please. I have a flat roll.
As you fall, as you lose your grip on the floor, the wet, slippery floor of the long since abandoned cellar that is now flooded with water, and you splash into the water as you fall. You fall over. You're now prone, and you'll have to get back up. And as you
I was
fall,
gonna say she's now just gurgling in the water.
As you fall into the water with a nat 1, with a big nat 1, the black pudding is going to hear the sound of you splashing down into the water, and it is going to move slightly towards your direction as it feels the vibrations of the water splashing around in that corner. But that will be Kosara's turn, as it will end with her slipping and falling into the water. Gunther's turn.
Kasana
Gunther,
drowns.
Gunther kind of looks at his hands for a brief moment, then looks at Aurelior. Aurelior, do you want me to try to use the magic within me to freeze the monster?
I think you can try.
Alright, Gunther is first going to cast, you're gonna try again to cast Vicious Mockery on the pudding.
Sorry, I was reading Myros. Is this still water?
Oh.
Vicious Mockery. Okay, so another Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
I'm surprised it succeeded last time. Yeah, it fails this time.
Fails? Okay. Now we're gonna roll for damage here.
And it will also have disadvantage on the next attack it makes. We'll take 8 damage as the psychic damage from your Vicious Mockery flies in through the air and erodes at its being. That will be what? That puts us at boom.
There, and give me 1 second real quick. Sorry, I closed my freaking side sheet that I had like an idiot. Okay. Alright, perfect. Okay, and then Gunther will then kind of look at his self here. Kind of look at Aurelior, and Aurelior gives him like the go ahead. Gunther closes his eyes. You see magic swirl around his arms, and it seems to like swirl even faster. Gunther opens his eyes and will cast Mantle of Majesty, and I believe I can restore this by expending a level 3 spell slot at no action required. So I will do that. And how would I trigger to get rid of the 3 spell slot? Can I just do that here? Oh, I can. Okay. Do that.
So we're casting command.
Yes. Command. Gunther will turn into his illithid form.
Right. Let me get that transformation set up as all of a sudden again Gunther becomes that illithid you had all seen him transform into a few times before now. But so command, what are we doing? I forget how command works. Do you know?
So it's a bonus action.
Right. Do you know? Do you happen to have the spell command that you could pop up into the chat? Is kind of what I'm asking.
Yes, I do. Because I had always have it prepared. So weird. And that is another Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, there we go. Wisdom saving throw, DC 14. All right, here we go.
Gunther takes a stance that's not aggressive, but it's okay.
Ooh, and it does save.
It does save? Okay, then nothing happens. There. Gunther's just like trying to hold it. He's like, Aurelior, it's too strong! This thing's withstanding my magic. That's all I can do for now. And that will end my turn.
Alrighty. So that is Gunther trying his best to cast some spells at the black ooze that creeps towards a floating Kosara.
Oh, I will say though, after transforming and casting this magic, Gunther seems to be taking a more rigid, aggressive stance.
Okay.
And that is that.
So you get a hotter energy radiating off of your compatriot as he transforms. But Aurelior, you're next.
I will use my bonus action to extend my reach.
Okay.
At the start of my
Is that a bonus action?
yeah.
What is that you're referring to? What feature?
So I think it's part of like the new update. You can use your bonus action to extend your rage.
You're saying that's on the rage? That's just on the rage description?
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, hell yeah. Okay, so you're using a bonus action to extend it, and then what else are you doing?
At the start of my turn, I'll use life-giving force
Okay.
on gun.
The start of each of your turns while your rage is active, you can choose another creature within 10 feet of yourself to gain temporary hit points. To determine the number of temporary hit points, roll a d6 is equal to your rage damage bonus. I think that's 2 d6s.
Wait, you're gonna cast that on Gunther, not Kasara?
She's too far.
That's fair.
Okay.
Kasara, remember that.
Okay.
Nice, so it's 6 temporary hit points.
Alright.
Already got me.
Huge, huge. And so that would have happened, the life-giving force would have happened at the start of your turn while you are raging. So that's not even an action. You still have an action left, I believe.
Oh shit, you're right, that's a feature.
Yeah.
I'll get between the Simon Kasara.
Okay.
And I'll attack it.
All right. A 15 does hit, but as you slash into it with your axe, it just reforms and nothing happens.
Ooh, wow.
Alright, I'll end.
I should emphasize as you slash into it with your axe.
As you slash, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
As you slash it, nothing happens.
Guys, I think you should do something then slash it. I don't know where I'm getting this idea from, but I don't think slashing's the thing.
Maybe not.
Oh no, it's weird.
Perhaps not.
Yeah, metagaming here. I might be metagaming. Sorry.
Are you gonna unarmed strike?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay, it hits.
Oh no! Man!
What?
I like his idea. Ballsy,
God
go
damn.
for it.
Ballsy, really, or ballsy?
Ballsy move!
I like your moxie, kid.
Yeah, 16 hits. Go ahead and roll damage on that. Or what? I think it's just straight damage, right, from unarmed strike. You make an attack roll against the target. Your bonus to the roll equals your strength modifier plus. On a hit, your target takes bludgeoning damage plus 1 to 1 plus your strength modifier. So what's your strength modifier? I think it's plus 4, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Like your tokens, welcome in, Sweetie Bun Bun. Thank you. Some neat tokens going around.
So that would be 5 damage.
Okay, so you're dealing 5 damage as you slam into him with a big couple of punches. You will deal 5 damage to it, but let me subtract that. But I'm also some of the acid, some of the corrosive black ooze splashes back onto you as you slam into it with your fists. And you are going to take. Oh, you are taking 6 damage as it splashes back onto you. Butts, is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. So Tunko's next. So we're going to move back upstairs.
Break my tippy.
And so here we are. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to. There we go. So we're moving back upstairs, and Tunko has gone. He ran up the stairs and back up through the cellar door.
No. Hold on. I want to make sure you know, he didn't run up the stairs. That motherfucker strutted up those stairs without a
He
goddamn
just
care in the world.
He waddled like a penguin up the stairs, is what you're saying.
And then he waddled away.
You're leaving
know
your
what?
wine
Yeah.
cache that's there downstairs. That's crazy. I don't think Tunko left the wine.
Look, he loves wine, but if there's something he loves more than wine, it's not helping Kasara.
Oh my god.
Fuck off!
Okay.
Actually.
So we're gonna make this turn real quick.
Okay. You also roll me perception.
Oh god, okay.
It's ambushed by
Perception.
every ghost in the house.
Perception, my +2.
From himself. It's proof.
Yeah, you don't notice anything.
That's not good.
As you kind of get up through the
Okay.
cellar door, you don't notice anything.
That's a good sign. Tunko's gonna... What's my move? Enough.
Enough is crazy.
Is there anywhere comfortable for him to sit? Oh no.
I'm just trying to see it from your perspective. You kind of see now. Okay, yeah. From here, you actually kind of
No, I
see Toril.
wouldn't.
No. Yes, you do.
Nope.
Yes, you do.
In my eyes, I on my screen I don't.
Oh yeah, I
100%
guess.
you have vision.
No.
It's
From
like-
his
wait,
with his vision, yeah, he actually doesn't see him.
you're
So, but if I just
Yeah, you're right.
No,
if
yeah,
I
you
just-
don't.
no,
Okay.
okay. I was wondering if I did that. If I
Wait,
would
go
see
back.
him.
Yeah, move back into that corner.
I don't see. I still don't.
Yeah, you see, you kind of you can now clearly with your 12 passive
would,
perception,
like a little bit.
you now
Okay.
you can now kind of see Toril around the corner, and you kind of hear his footsteps as he's walking. Well, actually, I think he cloaked himself. What did you use exactly?
Yeah, cloak. It increases my stealth checks or my stealth saves.
Oh,
Or yeah.
Are you currently trying
well,
to sneak?
it just gives him Yeah, he's not actually actively sneaking. So yeah, you actually hear.
I'm not actively sneaking.
You hear Toril kind of around the corner, and you see you kind of see him looking kind of like through the doorway,
He
kind of
just-
like carefully
There
looking
he
through
is.
the doorway. Yeah, now you can see each other.
Wait a minute though. Wait a minute. But he has Cloak of Shadow.
Well, he
So it
clo-
tricks against creatures.
but he's
I-
not
I-
sneaking.
he hasn't actually
Oh.
done anything.
Yeah,
yet.
so Cloak of
He's not
Shadow.
sneaking. First off,
Cloak of Shadow gives him a bonus
I
to
think-
sneaking. He's not currently sneaking. Yeah.
I think Tunko would have to be literally a bat to not notice the man standing in the center of the fucking room. I like to imagine he's cloaked in shadow, so he's like darker. There's a man. I think
looks
he'd
like-
still be noticeable.
Looks like the guy in the new Marvel movie.
Is that your turn though, Tunko?
No, we're gonna do some roleplay in Dungeons and Dragons. Who would have guessed? Tunko's gonna be like, oh hey.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
Oh, okay. I guess we are gonna roleplay. Yeah, I guess that's my turn then. No. I'm gonna drag you.
No,
to
actually
roleplay.
do it. Actually do it.
No, Tunko's gonna.
If there's one thing
Do I have to
Myro
worry about
hates more
movement?
than not dealing enough damage, it's roleplay.
Not dealing enough damage, bro. If I wanted to do enough damage, I would have just like monk brain.
Monk. Ooh. Do I have to worry?
Just
Do
do
I
it.
actually have to think about movement?
I mean, you're
'Cause it'd be really
you're
funny.
already walking away from your party as they're actively being attacked. So it's really up
Because
to
it would
you.
also. Okay. I'm gonna go with a no, because I don't want to like have to not be able to walk all the way. I don't have to be like, oh hey man, because I can't make it all the way.
Oh yes,
So I guess
movement.
gonna
Yes,
walk
wait,
up
no.
to
So
him.
yes, your movement does matter.
Fuck.
So okay, sorry. So yeah, where were you?
So let me.
So you got out of the cellar.
Oh no,
yeah.
I did calculate this. This was.
Fuck. Gotta deal with this guy again.
No, because Tunko's just gonna yell. Turn around, nothing's happening, man. No,
Okay.
Tunko's gonna yell.
He's not turned away.
Tunko's gonna yell. What would Tunko do right now?
Yeah, what is dude? Get on with it. What is Tunko yelling at?
I'm thinking. Let me get into the mind of Tunko. Be right back. I'm gonna grab some alcohol. No.
You got any alcohol?
It's actually gonna be so funny when he
no.
reveals that the rest of the party's being attacked and Tunko's just like strolling around.
Dude, I just saw Tungo just
Tungo's taking a break from the fight.
Yeah, this is very silly.
Tungo's gonna, you know,
Tungo
I've
called
decided.
timeout.
I figured it out what
Yeah.
Tungo's gonna do. Tungo's gonna be like, "Oh hey, Toro." That's my turn.
Okay.
That was the payoff. He's just gonna wave at him. And
Hey,
be like,
Toro!
That's
Oh
wild.
my god.
Okay. So that is Tunko. Next is, as we head back to the cellar.
You guys are so welcome.
Next is going to be Miss or Mr. Thraxis. There it is.
Mister.
Mister.
Funny.
Mr. Thraxis.
Oh my god, he's married.
Pizza, pizza.
Let's see here. I am going to let's see. So difficult terrain. Let's see. How far am I from this? So 10 feet, and then another. Yeah. Okay. So I should be able to get to like there. I think. Yeah. Okay, so- I'm gonna say I'm going to step into the yak, but first I'm going to cast Gust Barrier on myself.
Well, so this would be 10 feet. This would be 5, and then 5, and then 10, and then this would be
Difficult terrain.
so yeah. So this would be 20 feet, and then this would be everything after that. That would be 30 feet. So it'd be each space after this line would be you'd have to calculate as 10 feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
because to get to, let me see. So to get to there would be 20 feet of credit, right? Because
Well, you're
that
thinking
would
because you're measuring it from this space, but it
Yeah.
would be because this counts as a space as well. So this would be if you wanted to move here, this would be 30 feet of movement to
Oh,
get
yeah.
from here to here to here would be 30 feet.
Right.
okay. Well,
Unless you jumped,
yeah,
you could jump.
That is true.
I
I
could.
can pull
If you
them.
b-hop.
The question is, do you land prone?
Although-
then, jumping
That's
into-
10 feet of
That's
jump.
true. You could royally
Yeah.
fuck up a jump. That's true.
Yeah, you could land prone.
Yeah.
So
I could use the.
Well, I don't need to get all the way. The point is getting into like here.
If you land in the
so.
difficult terrain, you have to make a dexterity saving throw. I think I heard something like that.
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So for getting to,
And it won't matter.
I have
actually. You
30 movement. So from where I am, could I get to here with the difficult
So
terrain
this is
factor?
10
is what I'm
right
thinking.
here.
Yeah.
10, and then 10.
So I'd leave me
So
with
that would be
20.
this would be 20, and then
yeah.
this would be 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see you could go like that now.
Because it's you're already
Does
walking.
diagonal
You're
still count
you're-
as
at this point, you're already in the submerged
Yeah.
water.
Because you're making
Um,
like moving like this and like that. So I mean, like it's like a. Or would that be double?
Yeah, and you're kind of measuring. You're measuring from.
Yeah, 'cause-
Whoops. You're measuring from
Well, 'cause that's-
in front of Thraxis. You're gonna measure from here. So altogether, it would be 25 feet of movement. But 15 of that would be 10 each. So it'd be that would be 10, 20, 30.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But again, you can jump.
You can jump, but you might land prone.
Well, I'm not concerned with actually getting in range to attack anything in this turn. That's my thing. I just want to get over in this general area, and I
Fair
don't
enough.
know
Yeah,
if
you
I
could totally. You
can.
could totally. If
Because
you, how much movement do you have? Are you
Okay.
dashing?
30. No, I'm not because I'm.
You're not dashing.
wants
So
to
that's
casting barrier,
10,
yeah.
20, 30. Yeah, you could make it without dashing. You
10
could
again
make it.
right
You could
here.
make it right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just wouldn't
So
be able to
yeah,
make.
I
You wouldn't be able to
am-
make it right next to him without dashing.
So like right here.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to get
I
over
can
to
pull them
that
next to
general
me.
area. So yeah, gust barrier on myself, and then I am going to. That is
He's
my action,
learning.
right?
I taught him that move. Shut stick.
And then I am going to wild shape into a giant wolf spider.
Ooh, okay.
Fred!
I
Tungo detects
And I-
him and murders him.
do
Wait a
have
minute,
beyond
how
20,
big
but I
is the spider? Wait, how big is the spider? Out of curiosity.
What spider exactly are you turning into?
a giant wolf spider.
Giant
but I
Yeah,
don't.
how big is that?
Giant
For
wolf
him,
I have it-
100.
I have it on my D&D Beyond. I just don't know if there's a way to like
Just
post it
like,
to.
I just imagine the spider now, just like, like
Actually, I messed that up. Sorry, I messed that up. Let me restore your transformation. I actually needed to.
that's like 4 feet of water.
I need to polymorph you, or not? Sorry, not polymorph. Wild
It's a
shape.
medium creature, so it's like a bit less tall than a human.
There we go. And you should be able to bite. Now you can bite as the wolf spider.
Okay.
It's a big spider.
So yeah, then I will move over to that spot if I actually, you know. Oh, hi. Oh, wow.
Are
What?
you able to be above the water though?
You actually have more movement now. As the wolf spider, you have 40 movement.
Oh shit!
So if you wanted to move
Oh,
all the way, you
hold
could
on.
move all the way to Aurelior now.
Oh, that's dope.
He's cool.
Oh, sure.
Totally.
Fred!
Fred, you can
As you
back.
see, Thraxus, a poof of magic and smoke and energy kind of flurry around Thraxus as he transforms into a spider and kind of crawls his way down the stairs and into the water. Anything else you want to do?
Nope. That'll be my turn.
All right. Well, without further ado, the black pudding is next. It will lash out, and it actually has disadvantage. So it'll lash out against Aurelior with disadvantage. Ooh! It crit fails.
Yeah!
Interesting.
Though it drowns in the water.
We're gonna say, as it's swirling around and trying to gather energy for its attack, it actually kind of loses its balance, and it starts kind of moving, shifting kind of back and forth as it slowly drifts. It actually drifts in the wrong direction, giving guys a little space, and it will actually keep that disadvantage.
Can you
Until next
Can
time.
Marius take his reaction on this one?
Sure, yeah, that will give both of you guys a reaction attack if you want.
Nah, I'm prone.
Well, no, I mean the spider and.
Draxus is right there. Oh my god. I didn't
So you guys
see
go
him.
to attack.
Alright, so how do I do that again?
So you're
I
just
don't know if there's a
going.
special
You're going to your
thing.
backpack, and there's a bite in there on your spider,
Yeah.
and you're just gonna roll a
Alright.
bite.
Deck roll.
And there I am.
Oh shit! Nice.
Huge is a
Okay.
net 20.
And then where's the damage? There it is.
Oh, the bird
So
is
not
up
20.
its
That
teeth, though.
means I rolled a critical hit.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
or-
Yep,
Okay.
yep. Big critical
Okay.
hit there. Huge.
Nice, dude. Oh shit.
Huge.
And
Yeah, and
also
that will all.
using the
Yeah, that is piercing and poison. That will take full. It will take full damage. That'll be 13
also
damage.
using my this
And,
thing with
ooh, nice.
gonna give it some fire damage on that bitch too, unless it doesn't count as a reaction thing. Does this count as a reaction? I don't know.
Feature.
Unfortunately, it is on each of your turns, so you have to be on your turn to do this.
Okay.
Now,
Then never mind.
to be fair, I may have house ruled it to allow you to do it. You just did 13 damage. It's not even your turn. You just slammed this
Yeah.
pudding with that reaction attack, and we're not even done yet. Aurelior, do you want to take a reaction with your fists?
Does Thraxus take damage though from
He
attacking
would.
him?
Well, true. You're right.
Yeah.
You're totally
my
right.
god.
Is that another
God
nat
damn.
20?
Dude, back to fucking back, yo. God damn. Good shit.
We'll say because normally that would have been what 5. We'll double that. We'll say you did 10. We'll do 10 unarmed damage
Why
to it
don't I
as well.
get that? Why do I get to drown?
I know she's just over there like fucking slowly drowning in the
Because
sludge.
floating around in the water.
Just face down in the water going.
Um,
That's crazy.
Okay, so that'll be another 10 damage from Aurelior, but since you guys both did attack the slime, for Thraxis, you'll be taking 5 acid damage as it splashes onto your spider form. How much health does the wolf spider have?
He had temperate armor though, so he didn't really bite into his health at all.
Yeah, because I remember we were saying they made it so that I just have like my normal druid health pool and then it adds my druid level of temp.
It's like, yeah, it's different with
so,
Baldur's
yeah.
Gate. Baldur's Gate still hasn't updated that.
So I had 7 temp HP and that just took me down to 2 temp HP.
Gotcha. And then Thraxis or Aurelior.
You didn't have any. Wait. What about Gust Barrier? You didn't have any with that, or no? That's just what it
hold on. As we get this all cleared up, Aurelior, you will be taking 6 damage, 6 acid damage as it splashes onto you. All right, but that was a nat 1 from the Black Pudding. We'll be back to top of the turn order, which will be.
Out of curiosity, real quick, Schnitz. So he has Gust Barrier active. So like, even though he took like damage on that, it still wouldn't activate. Would it, even like with everything going on?
Well, I mean, it says melee attackers. I don't know if that acid splash really counts as a melee attack against me. And it would just be like a Constitution saving throw, and it would have been flung away from me and knocked prone if he had failed. It doesn't actually like do anything for the damage. Okay.
Coming from?
Like it's I casted that before he wild shaped.
Yeah, would that still be active? I think it would. No, wait,
it would be.
Yes.
100%.
Oh, yes.
When you
yeah, because until the end of my next turn. So yeah, it'd still be active.
All right.
I can't.
Is that reducing?
Link it again,
is that reducing the damage?
It doesn't reduce it.
No.
Like any melee attack who successfully hits him, they have to make a Constitution saving throw against their spell save DC, and on failure, their attacker is flung away up to 10 feet and is knocked prone. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Would him being recoiled and being hit
Gust
by
Barrier?
the acid, Would him being hit by
I
the
can't
the
post
acid
it again
attack,
because I'm shapeshifted, but you can scroll up. It's in the chat.
So
already
he
up
like
there.
any spell that he casts before he wild shapes stays active until his next turn, or that one's
Is that true?
Yes.
Let me.
But I don't. That's what I was asking. Does that even work? It's because it was like a reactionary, just natural attack. Like he just got.
It says
damage. That's why I was curious if that kind of like is like a melee attack.
Wild Shape says you can't cast spells, but shapeshifting doesn't break your concentration or otherwise interfere with the spell you've already cast. So since I cast that before I wild shaped, but
I am seeing
I don't know if it would actually do anything useful.
Immediately, I am seeing. No, I am seeing no. Gust Barrier will not remain active after a druid uses a wild shape ability to transform into a different creature. Gust Barrier, a spell that creates a barrier of strong wind, is a druid's personal spell. Is not carried over to their beast form. When a druid uses wild shape, they essentially replace their original form with a beast form. So your original form might still have Gust Barrier active when you switch back, but I do believe it would not be active on the spider. Sorry, that was just that was just seeming like inconsistent with some of the way some of the other stuff works in the game. So unfortunately, Gust Barrier wouldn't be active on the wolf spider, but if you transform back, you will still be concentrating on it.
Let's say like if you were to use Ice Storm though, Ice Storm would still be active though. So like there's that.
True. I think that is correct. I don't know. We'll have to do it. It'll be case by case, but yeah. So Gust Barrier is not active, unfortunately.
Well, that's good enough then.
Anywho, so that
wouldn't really have done anything useful in this situation anyway.
So now we're gonna head back. We're gonna go back up top side into the ruins, and we'll be back on Toral. It's your turn.
No boy.
Toral still doesn't see Tonko. Funnily enough, he just kind of heard Tonko's voice.
Right.
And being that he's not very
just look down, you'll probably see him with how short he is.
No, but yeah, being that he's still not very comfortable with fuck is it like everyone in the party, and he doesn't really know everyone in the party. He's not, he doesn't really know Tonko's voice too well, so he's gonna kind of hide around the corner.
Okay.
The fact,
Well,
see,
I'm sure we'll play.
the difference is it's yeah. He's gonna hide around the corner and he'll kind of peek his head around to try and see. But yeah, he's gonna try and stay like hidden. So
Now
I don't
you-
know if that's like a.
You do see Tunko from that angle where you peeked out.
Well, no. So he was up here,
He's actually
right? I don't know. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can
definitely
see. like,
don't
what I'm
see
seeing.
you
I
don't
could
see
not see
Tunko
him
from here, right? But
yeah,
now
so I'm
as you,
peeking here, and now I do see Tunko, and
Right.
he sees Tunko,
okay.
but he also thinks Tunko's a little deranged, so he's gonna go back behind the wall.
But it's
So-
Tunko, so he's gonna hide anyway.
So relatable.
So, Myro, remember that whole thing we discussed about how this is a role-playing game?
Yeah, this is me role playing,
Says
staying
the
away from
guy who goes,
Tunko.
oh, it's turn. Bro.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
'cause I
me
played
role
another game
playing,
with him.
staying away from
he's
the
right. This is
obviously
actually-
mentally
All right.
like
Tunko, I'm
unstable
actually gonna call you out on
character.
it. This is a great roleplay by Toral. This is an actual amazing.
No, I'm
True.
kidding.
character.
I'm kidding.
He's our whole party was.
All right, I'm gonna
saying
throw
that
a bottle at him
love that,
for this
Myro.
one.
That was
So
funny.
Tunko sees him do this, right?
No, you just kind of you saw a glimpse and you heard a footstep, but you didn't see what happened. You kind of like you looked for a second and then you look back and he's gone. You actually you have no idea what happened.
Oh
to
no, I
him.
didn't get hit. I was gonna say, should I make a concentration save? But since I didn't get hit, probably not, right?
But Toral, are you just gonna end? Is Toral gonna end his turn there?
yeah, no, Toral's literally just gonna end his turn right
All
here.
right, I got a plan
That
for
is
next
so
turn.
funny,
All right,
Myro.
that is pretty
That's
funny.
So good. That is
That's
so
Toral's
good.
turn. We'll go back to the cellar.
I love your character.
And we'll be revisiting
shit.
our sunken paladin. All right, Kosara, what are we doing?
I'm standing up.
All right, you'll lose half movement as you manage to kind of get your balance and you stand up out of the water.
Sarah, are you alright?
She stays silent.
She stays
Be happy
silent.
Tunko didn't see this.
She like wipes her face with her glove.
Ooh.
Ew. Just imagine
Yep.
that.
Yeah. And she's like, well, I've searched all through here.
Are you gonna search again?
No bones.
Or you could search again.
Wait, let me search again. It goes back into the
Oh
water.
my god, yeah, so like from the offside, Gunther is just watching. It just goes sorry,
Yep.
search, and then fall prone again.
I'm gonna search again, yes.
Okay.
Investigation.
Oh my god.
Almost.
That was.
Fall, you've gotta, you've
God
gotta.
hate me today.
Schnitz, you gotta do it.
Please.
Schnitz, you gotta.
She doesn't fall prone, but she falls. Please.
March again splashes forward into the water. She falls over. She falls over
I'm about to
again.
find it, I promise you.
With a natural,
I
with a
just-
natural 2, she slips again. Not this time on her back. She kind of fell face first last time. This time she kind of gets her balance and she just reaches over into the barrel and slips. As it must be some sort of ooze under her boots or something, and she can't seem to keep her balance.
What I like to, what I like to
I'm
imagine
crying.
is like she puts her foot down to like take a knee to get up, and her foot slips and she just lands
Yeah,
right
that's
back.
how I imagine it. She just like, reaches over and just falls again.
Yeah, something's going wrong with her,
You're
but
so-
that will be her turn as she slipped into the water again. But Gunther,
You're
in his,
so lucky. Tunko isn't here to see this. Never let you forget.
Alright, Gunther has his hand reached out, his eyes glowing with arcane power.
Mhm.
And Gunther will then try again to cast Vicious Mockery. If I can pull up my sheet, that'd be nice. Vicious Mockery on the pudding.
Okay.
Oh god. Okay. Vicious Mockery on the pudding.
All right, we'll do a wisdom saving throw from the pudding. It does save.
The save. Alright.
But
Gunther,
it still does have, it'll still have disadvantage from the nat 1 that it rolled
Right.
prior.
Okay. And Gunther, upon trying to cast more magic but noticing it's not working, Gunther just what would look like more aggression, just like the more like Gunther's more like hunched over now, and seems to be kind of like taking a different stance than Gunther would normally take. That's the end of Gunther's turn.
All right. With that being Gunther's turn, Aurelior's next.
I'll extend my rage again.
Okay.
And also I will give Marush the temporary HP.
With the tree HP.
Tree HP, I love the name. That's so
The
good.
vitality of the tree. There we go.
Tree
Someone to lend me a
HP!
hand. I don't need HP. Okay, I'm taking the HP, I guess.
Can I help out?
Damn, that's crazy too, bro. They just keep that until your rage ends. That's so cool.
That's honestly really
Can
strong,
I help
dude.
her
Yeah.
from Brood?
Very strong.
He's grooting, dude. Let him groot.
Can you help
Let
her?
him groot.
Can you help her up? You're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so you're using the action to
He's
help?
using an action though.
Yeah, so he's gonna pick you up. You'll be able to stand back up, and you will no longer be prone. But that will be your action, Aurelior. If that's okay.
Alright, I'll
All right. Next is Tunko, as we'll head back upstairs.
I've got a plan.
All right.
Let me go.
Torgal is hiding around the
Schnitz.
corner from Tunko.
So all Tunko saw was that there was someone there, and he blinked, and there wasn't. Right? My understanding is
Yeah,
correctly,
kind of,
something
pretty
like
much.
that?
Yeah, you looked away, you
Schnitz, you're
blinked for
gonna
a
love
second,
this.
and you kind of missed what, or you there's nothing there anymore.
I'm throwing a bottle where I saw the person.
Okay.
In fear.
In fear?
This is after I throw this one. I'm down to 1.
So you're like a squid that squirts ink when he's scared, but you throw wine bottles whenever you're scared.
That's a really precise bingo. Ding ding ding.
Okay.
Yep. What do I roll?
Just roll a dex check. Just straight dex. Or acrobatics, one of those.
Acrobatics.
It's pretty much the same.
I'm gonna
roll.
give you the Schnitz. Schnitz, are you sure? It is not. Are you sure you want to let me do acrobatics?
Yeah,
One is
sure,
plus
go
3,
ahead.
one's plus 6.
Go
Okay,
ahead with
I'll
the
use my
acrobatics.
plus 6 then. Thank God for plus 6, baby.
No, that's a nat
Plus
one.
6.
That's a nat
Six,
one,
bro.
bro.
How bad
No
can you make
way,
throwing a bottle
bro.
go?
No way. What's
It
this?
somehow ricochets off a wall and hits you in the face.
You.
Glass bottle.
Today.
Nah, he like fucks up his stance and is falling face first on the ground.
The bottle's too full and he fucking drags Tunko down with him.
Yes.
You throw the bottle, it flies through the air, and it smashes into the wall. But the noise from the bottle smashing
butt.
seems to have stirred up something deep within the ruins of this manor.
Ooh.
I'll just blame it on Kasara, don't worry.
And suddenly,
Can I like perception checkers? Oh, nope, I'm gonna find out what it is.
suddenly, let me see here. Suddenly
bananas.
out from the walls of this very room, and from behind
This room
you,
is so blue I can't tell what I'm
This is
looking
fucking
at.
great. Yeah, you have fun with this one, Space.
you have now awoken the spirits of the dead, who will be rolling their own initiative up here.
So, okay, I'm not worried. So,
I'm extremely worried. Watch these guys have like a shit ton of health and take no damage.
oh, I did do uncanny metabolism.
Oh,
okay,
what the
now we're
fuck
worried.
thing?
Now we're worried. So I can't move, right?
You what?
Because moving, I've used. I can't move, right?
What you can still move 100% after
already
casting an
used-
action.
But wouldn't that be a bonus action? Because my plan is to move, then bonus action swing. Because I've already used my action to throw the bottle.
No, you can move after casting an action.
Your action was throwing the bottle. You could move You can move normally, but yeah, you could still use your bonus action to attack.
Yeah.
and I started swinging.
All right.
Is this ghost even remotely female looking? We'll see if I can bring the luck back.
No,
I need the luck apparently.
Oh Jesus!
I need the luck apparently.
Christ.
The luck.
Assume it is.
Holy fuck.
This is it.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, you really need
Damn,
that.
bro.
Don't shoot. Damn.
This is what happens. I just have a
now
buff
on to a
against.
20.
I just have a buff against hitting women, I guess.
Jeez,
That's
bro.
what it-
I forgot.
That's
I was like, why
something
is
to
he
be proud
why is he
of,
wondering if
Jesus
it's
Christ.
a woman?
So crazy, but you
Okay. So he's beating
This is
his,
why I grit it.
he's beating his
Extreme
ghost wife.
concern
16,
for whoever gets associated with him.
16
Real.
damage.
I think Law put it pretty perfectly. I get advantage against. I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. That's too much for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
Never
true.
mind, never mind,
That's
never mind.
wild. That's actually
That yeah. Now that I thought about it,
Yikes.
So you deal you run in and you deal some big hits onto the specter, and that will
it
drop
better
it.
be dead, dude.
It's not dead.
It better be pretty close, dude, or else. I
Watch it.
swear.
Watch it go to like barely injured.
Yeah,
Dude. Okay, no, we're
Oh,
chilling.
badly, okay.
That's not.
I love how
Also,
this ghost is
right?
bleeding.
Yeah. It's even
It's ectoplasm. Ectoplasm.
it's even more blood if we did this.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you can do that now.
Yeah, there's a bloody there's like bleeding emoji now.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
before I end my turn, when I hit the nat one, when he specified I hit the wall right here, I fully expected him to say, and the glass shard somehow go through the wall and hit Toril or whatever. Because that was what I thought was gonna happen. Alright, they're pussies. Swing at me.
That's
I can't
interesting
end my
though.
turn,
Did you
but
notice
that's it.
when I made it bleed, it changed forms? It's like its entire ghost form rather
I
than the
did
token
see that.
form. What just happened on this?
Yeah,
Oh
I
one?
shit,
saw
that's...
that.
Yeah, that's the trip. Wait, let me try this one. Oh, what is happening?
It's not
Should we just
Interesting.
do that from now on?
How does it? Well, no, because there must be a setting where there must be two forms of the token, where it's either full image or it's the token image. I might have to figure out how to change that then. Huh.
It looks good.
Yeah, it
Oh,
looks really cool when it's
Let's
not.
make them look-
like for the
I
ones
mean-
that are injured, for the ones that take attack, that looks really good.
Yeah,
I
it's
would say.
dope.
There's so much blood
Anywho.
from one punch. Jesus. On that
Well,
guy.
I mean, that was a huge hit. That was a crit.
Actually, guys, I watch
That's true.
Ghostbusters. I'm an expert. That's
Big crit. But that is
Alright, Cindy, then come up here and start attacking him.
that is Tunko's turn.
Come
We're
on.
going to what was I gonna
Maybe.
do? I was going to move us back to the cellar.
You're gonna do a roll. I was about to be like, fuck off.
So now it's Thrax's turn. No, I'm just gonna put a ghost with a
Good luck.
initiative in here.
So on the other screen, it showed there was a group of 2 ghosts and then one ghost with a different number. Is that supposed to be like that?
Basically, these ghosts are gonna. I'm just putting a combat tracker on the cellar, so I remember to pop into their turn. But the other ghosts, the combat tracker in that other room is just what order they attack in. But they'll all attack. They'll attack on the same turn, pretty much.
Oh, I see.
But Thraxis is next.
All right, Thraxis is going to skitter up here,
Okay.
and he is going to bite at the big old pudding. He wants a bite of that pudding.
All right. All right.
Be hungry.
Tell us what it
Tell me.
tastes like.
Real.
Oh God!
Oh,
Never mind. He doesn't want to bite
Dude,
that badly. apparently.
so many ones and twos today.
dude, so many
Oh,
choices. So many choices.
But actually, you know what's funny? 8 hits.
It's like one extra for the other.
Yes.
It does hit.
Yeah,
oh,
eight
okay.
does hit though. I totally forgot. Yeah, actually,
All right.
that
Well
does
then.
hit. It's not a hard,
That's
It's a pretty big
nuts.
target, but a big slow target.
Alright, I'm just picking up this
All right, and
person.
this one I can use my primal strike on, correct? Because it's my turn.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Totally, yeah. So that will be
So
12.
I will do.
12 piercing.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's something, I suppose.
Damages. Hey, damage is damage, man. Damage is
One
damage.
Yeah.
of what type of damage?
Fire.
Okay. So it'll take 1
Can you tell
plus
us what
12,
the
so
water tastes
13
like?
total damage as you slop into him. into this strange amorphous blob. That will be, what, 13 damage, putting in, sorry, just doing some math. Boom, there we go.
And how much do I take?
Oh, true. As you kind of bite and slash into the pudding, you are also going to just take one. Take one in response.
Huh, all right.
Not too bad. But is that your turn?
And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Next
Wait, at the start of
is...
its turn, I'll use the branches
On who?
on the pudding.
Oh.
You know what would be hilarious? I was just saying, Tungo, you just drag him back.
That would be kind of funny.
It's like, bitch, get back here. You
don't.
weren't done.
Please don't, dude. Let me solo.
Within
these
30 feet. Oh, when you see a creature you see. Never mind. That'd be
Okay.
so
So it's going to make a
Oh, you
strength
told me.
saving throw to try and escape.
Jigsaw on you, it's really strong.
Oh, and it does roll a 2. Another 2 was rolled, just so you know.
We're gonna have a fun session today, guys.
Very interesting. But yeah, so it wouldn't fail. And then you just want it within 5 feet of you? Okay, right there. Boom. Okay. Fair enough.
And I'll reduce its speed to 0.
Sorry, it's over. You can reduce the speed to 0 until the end of the... its speed to 0 until end of the current turn.
That's strong.
Yeah, but end of current turn, wouldn't that just be your turn? Because it's not the...
I think that'd be the creature's turn. I think, like, of the whole turn. I believe, like, the whole thing, no? Like, the whole, round?
Well, no, the round is the round. There's, like, a combat round, and then there's the end of the turn.
That can't move.
Because it doesn't say...
I mean, regardless, it's not gonna move, but... Okay, so that's Thraxis. Is that your turn totally done?
Yes.
And then Aurelier pulled some Magic the Gathering shit, doing the end of turn plays. Because in Magic the Gathering, that's a common strategy, is to try and get out spells before your turn, like at the end of someone else's turn, so you get all your mana back at your turn. Very smart, very smart. And then we'll move to Black Pudding's turn, and he is still at disadvantage, at least for this turn. And he is going to try and lurch out with his pseudopod and slap ya. Actually, it's a slap. It's a... There we go. Trying to slap you with
I
the
was gonna say
pseudopod.
something, but I had to stop myself.
Damn, and it does miss. Totally misses as it splashes into the water. But... And that wasn't even at disadvantage. That would have been, even if it made it. But it's no longer distracted, and we will move to the Spectres, who are upstairs, and they are going to close in on our little gnome friend, who is a coward who ran away.
True.
I'm not a coward. I'm
True.
just an asshole.
I'm not a coward.
No, I'm not a coward. I'm just an asshole. Get it
enough.
right, buddy.
Fair enough. They are all going to attack you.
Please do.
Using an action they call Life Drain. So any damage it deals to you will be healing themselves.
Well, okay.
Good shit, space. Oh.
I'm fine. Swing, please.
So the
No, it's
first
just that
one,
guy that you so badly injured.
First
is
one
about to,
does
like,
hit with a
show up.
22.
Okay, wait. Which one's swinging right now?
So this one is hitting you
All
with
of them.
Life Drain,
Okay.
and it hits. Does that? But it hits with
All
a
right, yeah,
22.
go for it.
Is there anything you want to do on a 22?
No, go on.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this happen.
Okay. Jeez, sounds so weird when you say it like that.
I've got a plan.
He's a freak. What do you expect?
Yeah,
No,
I'm gonna let
I'm
this
a man
happen.
with a
Yeah,
plan.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Hit me and hurt me. Go ahead. Hit me and hurt me. I like letting it happen.
Hit me.
Okay, you're making. Don't say.
Go ahead. Hit me and hurt me. I like when I get hit and hurt.
Hit me with your best shot.
Kai Hui, welcome in, Kai Hui. Good to see you. But so it'll be 8 damage from Life Drain. Any responses?
You know what my response is? Pulling up the
think-
calculator.
I think I do. Oh, okay. Well, so it will heal itself 8 health as it will pop up to.
That's all right.
That and
Yeah, that's alright.
The next one will also
Now.
life drain you.
Yeah, maybe it's stuck in my head now.
Also hits with an 18 damage.
And now
5 more damage.
we are I'm actually redirecting this one once.
Okay.
However that equation might go onto the one that I've hit before. So, there's a lot of things here. Okay, so he has to roll his thing. I think.
Collect attack. When an attack roll hits you and its damage includes bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. So this isn't. Is this bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing? No, it's necrotic damage. It's not bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing. So you can't.
I cannot
redirect it. No. Okay, so
Okay,
you're.
well,
you're
then we'll have
taking
to least
5 damage. Look, you're the one who you're the one that Nat failed throwing a bottle to try and scare your new party member.
Let me give you my. Well, it wasn't scare my new party members. I didn't know what it was, man.
That's true.
I saw something there and then I didn't. I was scared, man.
He was spooked.
Oh wait, shit. I did not mean to do that.
Don't worry. Your turn will be next, Toral. But the
Oh yeah, 5 damage. Okay,
last
wait,
yeah, so
hold
5
on. Yeah,
more.
do your things. I pull up my calculator again.
No worries.
Ain't no way, bro.
Yeah,
Just type
simple
plus or
numbers.
minus, right?
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. You can.
Wait, what happened?
So wait, if I just do.
It's you.
Oh
you just
my
empty
God,
You
it's a
just
happy
empty
day.
the bar. You just empty the bar out and then just type plus or minus the number.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
It's a
We
glorious
forgot
day.
about that again?
We went
Yeah,
over this like
yep.
2 sessions ago.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
I did not hear that. I missed it, or I was reading something, or. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so huge. Oh my God. Okay.
This is huge for me. Thank God.
Yeah, that's nice. Because sometimes it'll be like 36 minus 14, and it's just like, dude, which is I know fucking 22. But
So, if
Just-
you
I feel like
open
it's always
chat
these
log-
two that miss out on all the information, isn't it? It's the DM and then our fucking drunk. Always these two.
Yeah,
sounds accurate.
Skillish
It,
one
like it
shit's
literally,
not wrong.
it literally never fails to happen. Where it's always Schnitz in space that fail to get all the information.
Anywho, he does hit, and he's going to be dealing. The last one is dealing 4 damage to use space.
I can just.
-4.
-4.
God,
Boom.
so much
Proud.
nicer.
So cool. Actually.
Wow.
Man,
Thanks,
if
the
only you
computer
would've
did it all
stayed
for
with
me.
The party, dude. Oh my God.
I mean,
Whoa.
I'm not worried because, dog, worst
We got a
comes to
computer
worst,
to do
I've got
simple
that.
math.
That is true.
Oh
he
my
does have the
God.
function.
I won't die here. I won't die here.
It'd be so funny if he used it here. But next will be Toral.
No, only if I get
is
to like 10 health.
next in the combat here. So yeah, you hear some strange ghostly noises, some ghastly howls, and you hear strange noises from Tunko as the life is being drained from his body.
I'd like to imagine Tunko's just saying, "Get the fuck off of me, you fucking."
Yeah,
You hear a drunk
Take me to
gnome
dinner first.
grunting and
Slightly
rambling.
concerned. Yeah, slightly concerned about what he's hearing around the corner. Toral's going to peek back around the corner. That's 5, right? He's going to
Yep.
peek back around the corner, and he's going to see the tiny gnome that he barely knows getting
Drunk monkey.
getting touched by a bunch of ghosts, and he's going to sneak up behind the ghosts.
Can you sneak up?
Would that be sneak attack, like at that angle?
Roll me a stealth check.
Oh, okay.
With
Yeah,
advantage,
that's not.
right?
Oh, that's
Okay.
okay. Well, that's not even that hard.
True with advantage, I think, with Cloak of Shadows or whatever.
Yeah. Ooh.
But it says freak, so
Yeah. It's
okay.
Yeah, 22. You are
That doubled his fucking.
You are stealthed at least until you start combat here. If you want to get in a sneak attack on the ghost.
Oh, true. Yeah. I'm stealth, so it doesn't even matter if I have like the adjacent thing.
Yeah, in this instance,
then, yeah.
the adjacent you're outnumbered, so the adjacency wouldn't be.
Oh
used,
yeah, that's
but
true. He's not,
you
he's
are
not
able
alone.
to you're able to sneak from around the corner without being seen. You can get a sneak attack on him.
True. Okay. Yeah. Well, sneak attack. But I got advantage too. Since it's stealth. Since I'm stealth.
No, it's just the sneak attack does more damage. I think.
Well, it was because I was just thinking because I was stealth, I might also get advantage, but that's fair. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately not in this instance.
14, 22.
22 does hit.
Okay, and then okay, fuck. Okay, my brain is like fried right now. I haven't gone through this fucking character sheet in 2 weeks, and so now I've got to go through all the steps of like doing attacks again. So there's damage. That's not damage. What is that?
That
what the?
Seemed to be.
That was no, that was another hit roll. So that's damage, and then yeah. Laugh it up, Space. Laugh it up.
No, that was I've been muted for some
18
time.
damage.
That was me clearing my throat.
It was you?
Yeah.
That was a space laugh. That was a space.
I wasn't even
6.
listening, dude.
Alright,
So
yeah,
6
18
plus
damage.
12, 18 total. Gotcha.
I mean, I can laugh if you
18,
want.
and then because I have Nick on my dagger, I get to attack in my action as well, and because of short sword being it just died.
No, it's just it's very
almost
it's
near
near
that.
just like
He's adding he's changing.
Oh, okay, and then because I have Vex on my short sword, my dagger gets advantage. And 23.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
23 hits.
You're the one taking all this damage. Yeah, I don't know why you are laughing.
Dude, I don't know what I would have been laughing at earlier.
9
I was
damage
not
And
to
that
this ghost.
that will kill this ghost here. That will drop him to 0.
Beautiful.
He's not
And then
dead.
I guess one other thing while we're here.
Fucking action.
Can I roll my bone dice, like my d20 for my bone dice, just right now, just for the fun, just to have
That's
it?
right, he did get the item.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I have a free 10.
There it is. Okay.
Free 10 that I can put. And then, since I'm a rogue, since Toral's a rogue, or whatever the fuck, I have cunning action, which makes it so I can do my dash on a bonus action. So I'm gonna dash and run behind this ghost, and Toral's gonna end his turn.
Okay. Very
I'd break concentration, wouldn't I?
powerful turn from
Or no.
our newest party member,
like-
Toral Quickhand, the rogue. We'll move back to the cellar for now. We'll leave y'all up there. And it will be Kosara's turn now.
Should I even try? Should I even try to search?
She's gonna try to search again.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
please,
it's like, this sounds so defeated.
Please.
Oh my god.
do I bother?
When if anyone's just joining us, Kosara has tried searching these barrels twice in a row, and she has fallen into the water with a nat 1
Please say there's
critical
just
fail
nothing in the barrels.
twice in a row. So here we go, third time's the charm.
Oh, not one again. I'm sorry.
Please, not one. Not one. Fuck!
God.
Ooh,
Please have the
so
barrels be
you're
empty.
able to have you put your hand out onto the wooden kind of the column next to you, and you kind of hold your balance. You don't fall over this time. But you peer through some of the barrels, and the only thing you find, at least in these barrels here, is 2 unopened, pristine bottles of Champagne de l'Estampe.
Oh my god.
Pristine ones.
Don't even care, dude.
Hell, dude.
Wait.
It's a monster wine.
Are those the ones which cost 500?
Yes.
Or the regular one?
Also, sorry. The don't click on those. Hold on. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, I messed that up. That's supposed to be this. Sorry, mate. Sorry, governor.
Wait, that's what I've been throwing.
Here we go.
no, I think those are like the cheap ones.
No, I mean
No,
that's
yeah,
in
he
my
has
inventory.
been-
It
he has
says
been
Champagne du l'Estampe.
Well, no, yeah, that's right. He did have cheap variants. That's really the only wine bottle item we have.
No,
so.
I so wanted to be. This whole time I've been throwing this really expensive wine, not knowing, all because it was poisoned, and was so spiteful to not get Kasara to help him. He's been throwing like this decade-old wine.
But yeah, so you find a couple bottles of wine, but no bones. You do not find the bones of that poor man's son. At least in this corner. At least in this corner here.
Okay, then I'm gonna look at Aurelia and think about him helping me, and then this ghoul that seems like it dissolves already little by little. And I'm just gonna take out my frustration on it and just punch it.
Okay. In a similar manner to how she saw Aurelior trying to handle this slime, Kasara dusts off her gloves and gets into the action with her fist as well. So just
now is your moment, Kasara.
You're just
Take all
rolling.
your Tunko frustration and punch it.
Played chittering noises from Thraxus.
Ooh, good roll.
20. Unnatural, dirty 20. Dirty 20.
Nice, a natural 20 does hit.
Okay, the damage is like fixed, right?
Yeah, so what's your strength modifier? No, so you're plus 2, so your damage would only be 3.
Okay, so 3.
But you slam him with your fist, that'll do 3 damage to him, but in return you're taking 5 damage as it splashes back at you.
I don't care, I'm even gonna attack it again.
Okay, nice. You hit with a 13.
Okay, and that's 3 more damage.
Alright, 3 more, and you'll take 1 more damage as it splashes back on you.
So it's 7 damage in total, right?
6 damage in total.
6
Well, to you, sorry. To you, 7 damage, yeah. Or to you, no, 6 damage total. Each of you did 6 damage to each other.
That's crazy.
Yeah, kind of
Perfectly balanced.
A
Kind of
long
thing it should be.
equivalent exchange.
Exactly. Alright, well that's Kasara's turn. You can end your turn there.
Yes. I'm ending it.
Alright, next is still transformed Elithid Gunther.
Gunther. Okay. Gunther has his hand outreached, and Gunther will then again try to cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
On the Black Pudding.
Got it. Got it.
Chicken Jackie.
Chicken Jackie. So that will be a Wisdom saving throw. Ooh, and he fails. Horribly fails.
Fails, and then we'll check damage, and he's also disadvantaged for next attack.
Very true. I'll put him on. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. I don't know. We'll just put that.
Okay.
So that's 11 damage.
That is 11 damage.
Nice. As the psychic damage is channeled out from Gunther into the ooze, and it starts bubbling from the heat, from the energy that it's being forced into its being. That will be 11 damage, putting him boom.
And after casting this damage, if anyone was paying attention, Gunther would have winced and would have kind of shook his head, as the arcane blue from his eyes will now turn a reddish hue.
Ooh.
As Gunther seems even more
Okay, we gotta punch you guys.
Someone push him into the water.
That'll be the end of Gunther's turn.
He's gonna challenge this bitch.
Alright, that's Gunther's turn. Aurelior's next.
Yeah, I'll extend my reach, and then I'll give Marush some help.
Ooh, okay.
I mean Kasara.
So bonus action, right? You're healing Kasara, or Aurelior's healing Kasara here with some temp HP. 11, nice, that's huge. Big roll.
Nice.
11 temp HP, and that'll be start of your turn, and then your bonus action. You still have an action and movement left.
Unarmed strike.
Okay. Nice, that definitely hits. Doesn't take much to hit this black ooze, but that definitely hits it.
I'll say if an 8 hit it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then
I thought for sure that was gonna miss.
You and us both. Oh, right. So the first one hits, and then that's 5 damage. So that'll deal 5 bludgeoning as you punch into him. Putting him here, and then the next one was a 13, which hits, so that'll be another 5 damage, dropping him here. All right.
And I'll.
Damn, Cinny's chatter was playing D&D earlier today. Got 7 crits.
7
God
fucking crits.
damn.
We actually had a lot of crits attacks during this whole encounter.
Dude, we've had so many. Yeah, we've had many crit fails. We've had a lot of crit fails.
We've had like one extreme or the other on most of our fucking rolls.
Yeah,
It's
it's
been weird.
Ones,
Actually.
You're a monk, that's fair.
Damn,
I'm
crit,
playing Gunther
7
the
crits on a
Bard,
monk.
but now
is-
he's in his Illithid form, and not gonna elaborate more.
All right. That is Aurelia. Is that your end of your turn there?
Yeah.
All right. Next, we'll be heading back upstairs to Tonko.
Let me look.
Tonko time.
Tonko time.
Tonko time. Oh, my PC's having a stroke. Hold on. Hold on, my opera.
Please, if there's a DVD or sorry D&D.
Because
Jesus.
I switched to
Hold on.
Mozilla because I.
Mad ones.
Thanks for the alert, Kylie.
Give me one moment as I refresh Forge because PC had a little seizure because
You're good.
I have a really good PC and I won't hear anyone else say otherwise.
I'm telling you, I switched to Mozilla. I'm done with Opera. It was its shenanigans.
Yeah, man. There's so many things where there's so many things where it's like, oh, sorry, this website or this program only works on Chrome or Firefox.
You guys just sucks to stop. I have never ran into that issue.
I don't know. I've
That's
run into
on
it in
Firefox.
so
What kind of
many
websites?
different places,
What
so many
kind of
different
websites?
Like just like websites that have a certain like a Flash player plugin or something. Sometimes Opera won't work, but all the other browsers will work, like Chrome and Firefox will work. Sometimes like downloads won't work. Sometimes like functionality won't work, like buttons won't work.
It's every other browser is Chromium browser, but Firefox has its own structure.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to. I still
And
use Opera.
Firefox does not play nicely with Twitch for some reason, at least for me.
I don't know. The only issue I ever do that with is I have to use Google. I don't have to. I use Google Chrome for streaming shit. I'm loading in, by the way. Hold on. Give me one moment.
No worries.
Let me yap and take time up while I wait because I'm so good at this.
If there's one thing we can do, it's yap to fill time.
Oh yeah, I have to use Google Chrome for streaming, and that only reason is because I'm too lazy, and whenever I start stream, I don't want to go to my Opera settings and turn off all the little sounds I have, because I don't want people hearing that in the background of my stream.
Yeah, I
Like
love. That's
the
the thing.
tab
Other
opening
than
sounds and
the
shit.
issues that
I
Opera
have
has
Opera
with some,
completely muted.
other than the options that
I can't.
Use
whatchamacallit.
Edge because nothing supports it.
Yeah, other than some of the issues that Opera has with certain websites, I love Opera. I think Opera GX is actually one of the coolest browsers right now.
I only use Opera for D&D because it's the only one that like can actually run Foundry without blowing up.
Really?
So you have the exact opposite as me.
Yeah, it's actually
Oh, so
more
I'm back.
functional.
So let's start punching, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's literally the only thing I have that'll actually like work
Huh.
with Foundry. Otherwise, it just kind of goes fucking boom and dies.
18 definitely
We're
hits.
attacking this one, by the way.
Yeah, or this one, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's 9 damage.
Oh,
Slam,
yeah.
punching in from the monk, the drunk tunk.
I'm drunk monk.
And that will drop her to boom.
Near death. So we go again.
Firefox is the best, bro.
Oh, not a one. Not a one.
That is a miss.
Dude, fuck it. We're gonna use my monk focus, which is for some reason back at 1. I don't know why. I thought I fucking refunded myself. There we go. Dude, okay. I was about to say, I swear to God.
That does hit. 13 does hit.
Oh, thank God. I'm using Fury of Blows, by the way. Oh.
Nice. 11 damage
11.
will
Are you dead?
that will finish it off. How does it look when Tunk finishes it off?
Just punches them in the jaw. And then he punches him in the jaw and then kind of like waves his hand as I'm assuming the ghost like evaporates and shit. Kind of waves his hand around, trying to get like the ectoplasm or something off
yeah,
of him.
the monk Tunko somehow uses all of his energy and he lifts himself up into the air all the way up to the chin and uppercuts this
Oh
ghost.
yeah, I forgot he's short.
Uppercuts the
Never
ghost
mind.
under its chin. Okay, never mind. You're saying.
I forgot.
I mean,
no, wait, I
no,
forgot.
I mean,
that
no,
he's-
it's not out of character. I mean,
No, no,
with
he
your
rocks with
dexterity,
it.
with
He
your
rocks with it.
monk's dexterity, you leap up into the air, uppercut the ghost, and you see it flying into the roof as its body dissipates and it becomes.
You know what? Better idea. He doesn't punch. He just jumps and has his head like hit them in the bottom of the jaw.
Okay. You
All right, I
headbutt
have
like
one
a
more
like a
swing.
soccer player. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me make sure I'm not fucking this up. Do both of my Fury... Myro, you did the shit. Do both my Fury Blow things have to be on the same person?
No.
Nope.
Thanks.
No.
It just uses your token thing or whatever the hell you use.
I did.
your
I
energy.
haven't taken one. That's because when I went to do the damage thing to say fuck you to Schnitz, when I was attacked, I auto used one, but I thought I refunded myself back to 2, but I didn't. So we're down to 1 left, baby. Fuck. Oh, don't, dude. I don't like this session, man.
Yeah, does not hit, as that will miss as you try to punch in on this ghost, and your hands just seem to
Fury of
phase
Blows.
through.
Or I can move
Without.
without.
You want to move?
Without trouble.
I'm thinking here.
Right, you could just drunkenly.
Which way's the
you could
ghost
drunkenly
facing?
stumble away. The ghost
Yeah,
is
which
facing
way's the
you.
ghost
It's
facing?
facing you right now.
Oh, then I don't want to move because I was gonna make sure Tatunko moves to get right up in his grill.
Okay.
All right, that's my turn.
You are currently
He's
up
looking at
in
me.
his grill, as so to speak.
Getting this grill by me.
All right, then we'll move.
Actually, wait, no,
back
they shouldn't swing at me. I can't.
We'll head back to the cellar. And next is, if I remember correctly, Thraxis.
Yes. So Skeeter down here, and I do little nom noms and the thingy. It's as a spider does, you know.
Ooh, hit.
That does hit.
Where is it? There it is.
All right, that'll do 12 damage, and
Oh my god, please.
That's enough to kill it.
yeah,
Or
as
do I
you
need to
jump,
primal strike it?
as in spider form, you rear your upper legs up into the air, and you slam down as you try and puncture it. And you pierce it with your teeth, with your mandibles, as you stab it, and it starts to slowly lose its form as the black pudding starts kind of floating all over, and it's as you see all of it begin to kind of dissipate as it all sinks down into the water, as you have now defeated this thing. Very well done.
Hell yeah.
Well done. Well done. We'll pick up with here. Get this out of here. We'll pick up
Hello, Momo.
with. Here
Set up
we-
at right head scratches.
Here we are, as you guys are free to move about as normal now. Well, actually,
Nah, we still got one more ghost.
Yeah,
One more ghost.
totally forgot about that. We do
Damn,
go
he
back
hates us.
back upstairs. Well, I thought you killed most of them. I forgot there's one more ghost.
There's one more.
All right, we'll head back up here, and it'll be Toral's turn.
My foundry crashed, and so I'm currently reloading, and it's being mean.
God damn.
Yeah, that's the
Anyone
problem
else
with
using Opera right
It's
now.
the problem with flipping back and forth between scenes like this. Can be kind of it could be a big load. It can be a big load on your browser.
I find it funny that both of the Opera users have both had their shit crash.
Yeah, it's rough. Oh, okay. It's the only thing that works. I've tried it on Google, I've tried it on Edge, Firefox, all that stuff, and it's like my Foundry is like super slow and like super glitchy, and it's like, okay,
Are you
fuck.
giving your Opera crack?
No, my it's crazy because then you go to like the resources that my Opera's using, and it's using like half a gigabyte of RAM, and it's using like 2% of my CPU, and it's like, okay.
That's.
It's always been confusing to me too. Like anytime I've had an issue with a browser, it's always like not anything. Like compared to all the other processes, it's so small. I don't get why that happens.
Yeah, I genuinely don't get it. But yeah, okay, so I'm back now. Since it's alone now, and there's a monk on the other side of this guy, I can sneak attack. If that hits, that doesn't
hit it. That does not.
I assume that won't
does not hit.
Fuck. Well, I still have a dagger technically.
True.
Just no advantage for the dagger because I think that hits.
That definitely hits.
Pray he doesn't have a DC.
Yeah,
25.
If that did not hit, there'd be something wrong. There'd be something. This would be a lich. This would be some sort of demon.
And then I'm gonna roll 2d4s plus 5 technically, since I have fuck's it called? Savage Attacker. So I get 2 damage rolls.
Okay.
Plus 5. And I just gotta pick. Okay, so we'll do 8 damage.
Yep.
So 21 damage.
8 plus 13. Boom. 21 damage does not kill it, unfortunately.
Damn. That's tragic.
That is tragic. But after, well, actually, so it should have taken its turn before you went, so it'll take its turn real quick.
Okay.
But you know, it would have drained a life, but it was at max health when you hit him, so it won't gain any life. We'll just get its hit in, as it will attack the monk with 18. That hits. And that will be 8 damage at Tunko.
Oh, is this still the weird, wacky kind of damage?
It is necrotic damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Necrotic damage.
Yep.
Weird, wacky, necrotic damage.
Weird, wacky, necrotic
8 damage.
God, thank you for whoever reminded me. Oh wait, I'm blood. No, that'll make a clone of me. That's so much simpler than having to open a new tab for my calculator.
Very nice. So that was Torel, that was the ghost, and we'll just move to Tunko if you want to try and finish him off here.
Try. There's no way I don't.
There
I'm a gamer.
There's one way you don't, and
Watch
it'll be
and learn.
hilarious.
No, I'm a gamer.
Oh, I was hoping you just missed all of them. Yeah, that hits. 12 hits.
That would have been pretty funny. Oh god, there's still a way I
You didn't even
fail.
need to roll. How do you finish him off? This one. It had 1 health.
He goes for the
remaining.
ankles. He just starts punching them in the ankles.
Boom.
I don't fucking know, dude. He becomes an ankle biter.
As you punch at one ankle, that whole leg disappears, and as you punch at another, the entire other leg, it seems to start losing its whole form. As the from the ankles upwards, it starts losing its form and it dissipates into the air. And this ghost is now
Fucking, I don't know.
dead.
Fortnite takes the L on the corpse or something. I don't know, man.
All right. Well, now we're gonna head back to the cellar. Now the entire
It's almost my
combat
favorite time of day.
has been finished. But yeah, so now you guys are
It's
kind
almost
of
my favorite time.
do either of you want to? Here, let's actually, before we do this, we're gonna do this. Okay, so now the ghosts have been dealt with, and now you guys both stand kind of in front of each other, kind of panting, a little out of breath.
Hey, man.
So
for once,
you seem like
real nice.
you seem like you were in trouble.
Yeah. After I left the party downstairs to fight a beast, I guess I missed a bottle. Oh yeah, did I mention I left the party?
What was going on downstairs?
I don't know. There's this big blob thing, and Kasara was being attacked. And then I saw Kasara was being attacked, so I took the executive decision to run back upstairs. And leave.
Might I ask, which one was Kosara again?
The lame one.
they're all pretty lame. Which one is Kosara?
The lamest one.
Dude. Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Oh.
I'm still not following. I'm staring at the lamest
Trying to
one right
remember
now.
I'm trying to remember if she's had a fuck up since Toro.
Dude, he just insulted you. Wait, did you not hear that?
I think
No, I heard.
canonically, he
Oh,
just
you
didn't
did.
even hear him say it. He's
You
so
would,
drunk.
you would
No.
completely ignore it.
No, even if Tunko did hear it, Tunko's too busy trying to remember all the fuck ups she's done.
Okay, I was like, oh.
He's too busy. He doesn't like he's been insulted, but he doesn't like Kasara more. So like it gets
It's like a math
it's like
equation
order
in
of
his
operation. Yeah, it's like order of operations, but for hate.
That's crazy.
That's funny, actually.
I don't know. It's the one that keeps fucking up. The one with all the armor.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I
She seems more,
abandoned her.
She seems cooler than you.
Well, she could be deader than me, for all I know. So,
Well, yeah.
you want to go
because you met
downstairs
them.
and check? Yeah, not them, her. Everyone else seemed fine.
Well, you still left the rest of them.
Mainly her.
How do you know that slime hasn't eaten all of them by now?
I mean, I don't, but they'd have to be really dumb. I should go check on them. Yeah, Tunko realizing that he said they must be really dumb, and Tunko thinking about Kasara and what he thinks of her. Tunko realizes that she's probably dead if she must be really dumb.
Yeah, you should go check on them, small person.
That's racist, buddy. Watch it.
Okay.
Alright, small person. All right, I'm a gnome, dude. Get it
To be
right.
fair, that's
Gnomes are small people.
So you just move on to the trap
don't
door.
gotta
You,
call it out.
you should be able to
Oh yeah, it's a teleport.
join them down there. We'll activate here. So
And I'm invisible again.
you are invisible again, but where? Oh, there you are.
Right
I
I'm-
feel like he's
Where?
right here. Yeah, he's right here.
But where?
I think it's when you teleport
Invisible
while you're
Tonka.
using the emote, while you're using the drunk emote.
No.
Yeah.
You might.
If I move
you can
back
always,
upstairs, will it move the stream camera? I'm gonna do an experiment.
We'll,
please say that's
Oh,
not
there's
it.
more emotes that
We'll
they
try
added.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few. There's a couple new ones.
That's the bloodied one, and then the new ones is the bloodied one.
Yeah, the injured
I
one
didn't
is
know
the bloody one.
So I don't like that.
So you need to set where your eyes are on your token.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't have the eyes set or like
Um,
anything set.
But so where's Tonka? There he is, right about bada bada boom. He is here. Boom.
Right about. Boom. If I move up, I don't want to risk it. Without my thing just crashed. Never mind. He did a little boogie. He did a victory dance. You know what? Yeah, let's victory dance, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as they come in, Kasara will go around and search for bones. Like she's looking there, everywhere, every barrel.
And Poral's
Tunko's
gonna come
going-
down,
Oh wait, Tunko can't.
and he's
Tunko's
gonna look at Gunther. And he's like, so you're doing the funny squid thing again. I like it. He's gonna raise a hand for like a high five.
So
Funny
Gunther.
squid thing.
So after the combat, Gunther would immediately have reached up to his head, both hands to his head, as you see like the lights in his eyes, the arcane, the glows would be
He's
like
dying.
flickering from blue to red, and Gunther trying to like regain himself, and Gunther will like kind of like hold his head for a second before his form. Like you would have probably both Tunko and Toro would have walked in as Gunther's holding his head, and like after like a brief moment or what, he's not paying attention to anyone. He's just in his own mind. And after
The fuck
doing
are
so,
you hungover? Tunko's gonna say that.
and then Gunther would give like kind of like a look, just like a look of aggression at Toro as Toro says, you know, like the illithid, and Tor would have noticed like a sigil on his forehead, like a different glow. And then as Toral looks at Gunther, Gunther will then whip around.
We'll be right back.
Holding his hands to his head, as he then kind of like seems to be calming down, and then will kind of just like slump to the stairs, looking very exhausted in his human form.
Huh.
The magic will dissipate, and he will transform back to human.
Interesting.
Interesting.
At what point exactly did he transform back? I kind of missed where that exact like moment happened.
So Gunther would have transformed back after kind of like what looks like Gunther stealing himself his mind, and Gunther kind of like after giving. Like,
what does that look? Okay, what does that look
towards
like? Him stealing his mind.
Okay, so it would have looked like this. So he would have given the aggressive look at Toral for that retort.
Right, as the red, you see the red eyes turn towards Toral. Yes.
The red eyes turns like they're flickering from like blue to red to blue to red.
Oh.
Toral, and there's like a sigil on Gunther's forehead as well.
What
like
does the sigil? What does the sigil look like? Is there a shape, or do you want to draw it out so we can all see?
So I can draw that real quick actually. I actually did draw that in my other. Here.
Meanwhile, can I roll for investigation?
Yeah, I will draw.
Sure. Yeah. As we're kind of seeing what's happening with Gunther as he transforms back. Yeah, Kosara, if you want to roll investigation.
So it would kind of like here. I don't know how to like. How would I share this here? I can save this image and then quickly send this to you. Actually, I got you. I'll call any sigil.
So in this corner, you kind of you pick through. In this corner, you pick through the different kind of discarded barrels and some of the crates that are floating, and you don't find anything, at least in this bunch of barrels.
Okay, I'm going to go over there.
And Thraxis, noticing Tunko coming down the stairs and remembering what happened to poor Fred, will quickly revert to his tiefling form.
Oh, I see.
I just sent you what it looks like, so that's like what it would look like glowing.
Right. So as you see your party member, this Gunther Galahad that you've been traveling with, as he's changed into his illithid form, that still confuses some of you as to what exactly is going on there. You see a symbol appear on his head. Glowing red. And this symbol, the symbol appears like so. And you see this glowing red symbol on his forehead, but what else? So in his eyes are flickering from red to blue.
Yeah, they're flickering from red to blue, and they keep kind of not wanting to take a certain color, but they're kind of like flickering back and forth between like the red, like one is trying. It looks like one is trying to overpower the other, as like they're just like flickering from blue to red to blue to red.
Huh.
And then Gunther will just look and just like an aggressive snarl almost at Toral. And then, like as he's holding his head, Gunther will then kind of just hold his head and just stay there for a moment, looking away, like quickly turn away from Toral. And then Gunther will just kind of like take a moment and then kind of breathe in and then breathe out. And then breathe in.
Is he in human form at this point, or is he still illithid?
He is not. He's still in illithid form.
Okay.
And then so he's breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And as you see Gunther kind of like his shoulders like seem to like lower. Like he seems less tense than he was moments before. And then Gunther will slowly put his hands down. And then you will see the magic kind of swirl around Gunther as his eyes shift from like what was flicking from red to blue, settle to the blue, and then like, well, the magic swirling around Gunther would just kind of like lessen or like kind of dissipate, and then Gunther's back in his human form. And
Alright.
we'll be sitting down on the staircase looking very exhausted.
Interesting.
I'm about to be a fucking loser. What the hell did I just all miss? I have not been on my computer. Someone summon up in caveman terms. What have I missed?
So Gunther was in his elithid form, and he just had a strange episode before turning back.
I appreciate that, Schnitz.
But
you do know what caveman terms means, right?
okay.
You could have said Squid Man going through shit, man. And I would
Angie
have gotten
Squid
it.
Boy.
You're
Angry Squid
lucky
Boy.
I even give you a recap as to what happened.
That is true.
This is true.
My
Yeah.
response
I mean,
to him would have been
either-
like, watch the
Funnily enough.
The
You know what's funny? You gave me a recap, and my response isn't gonna be the same. He's gonna be like, dude, I didn't. Dunko's gonna look at him. He's gonna be like, do you secretly drink?
And Gunther will just be like, what on, and kind of just like put it like one hand to his head. What on earth are you talking about, Tunko?
I've seen some fucked up people on alcohol. You really look like one right now, man.
What happened?
I don't know, dude. You tell me. Did you drink a little too much last night, huh?
Gunther's like, I haven't had a drop of alcohol. What on God's Aurelio, or what is...
Oh,
Dude,
you're
he
one
walks,
of those
he
kind
walks
of
away,
alcoholics.
walks away from the fight and lets you all deal with it yourselves, and then walks back and starts gaslighting Gunther the second he sees it, bro.
Right?
Tunko's gonna be like,
crazy.
oh, you're one of those kind of drinkers. Okay, and he's gonna put his hands up and he's gonna be like, okay, and he's just gonna squeeze past and stand over here, slightly farther from him.
Okay.
And Torald seeing Gunther like snarl and like get like super pissed about it is gonna kind of like shimmy around like the back side of the steps. I just jumped off the steps, but we're gonna go all the way back around.
Falls in the water.
Yeah, well, he's gonna like shimmy around behind Aurelio
Yeah.
and go back up the stairs. He's standing at the top of the stairs, but you get what I mean. He's gonna be like right there,
Okay.
There you go.
and he's gonna be like, okay, my bad.
My bad, Pim.
Like, yeah, he's gonna be like, okay, I'm deeply sorry.
All right.
First time we've gotten him to shut up. Damn.
Very interesting. But Maruch or Kasara, is Kasara doing anything over here?
I'm searching the place where the ooze came from. So I'm gonna try and search for the bones in
Sure.
all of this basement.
Is that your investigation check, the 14? Or is that a
That
different
was the
one?
last one.
That was the
What
last
was
one.
that?
Okay, yeah, just another investigation check.
Yeah, I'm not rolling till I'm asked. Nice.
There we go. And as you look around, you look in this, you kind of move over to this barrel. You don't seem to find anything. You check inside this one. But then you see, you check inside, you look over at the one that Aurelio threw Tunko onto, and it seems like it's in a lot better shape than a lot of the other barrels. And you peek inside of this barrel, and you do see a bag, a dusty bag, and you see a lone bone sticking out of the top of the bag.
Really?
It looks like it's full. It looks like it's full of other, who you would assume bones, but you at least see one kind of bone kind of protruding out from the bag, and that would be, you find the bones of Oleg Ulrich.
I'm gonna take the bones and
All right.
she's lifting them up in the air, calls out to Gunther, Aurelia, and Anton. Guys, I found it. I told you I would find it. I found it. Let's go.
Gunther just kind of being like almost like in a daze now, just like, what on earth are you talking about? He's like just muttering at this point, as he just is holding his hand to his head, looks like a little bit in pain.
And Torald's gonna whisper to Aurelio, he's gonna be like, hey, what did we find?
We found bones.
Ah, yes, quite the
She's like
exquisite
all covered
attraction.
in mud
Yeah,
because she fell. She's like eating
bones.
everything, going with the bones and like.
Yes, bones.
So
Bones. She
imagine
found
Garsar
bones,
just
not
shoving
balls.
into Turtle's face. Look what I found. Getting really close to Turtle, just all dirty. Just like, look what I found. Just steaming. Yeah.
Bones, yes, of course.
Aren't they beautiful? Rubs him in his face.
Real fast. DM.
So beautiful.
Huh?
Mr. DM, yeah, I hate to be this guy. I've got to go. Something just popped up. I shall DM you about it. Make me
This
Horror's
guy.
problem. I gotta go.
Okay, no worries.
This
Hope
guy.
everything's okay, Space. Bye.
It sounds like everything's okay. He would have just DC'd if it was something crazy. Fart. What the hell? Welcome, Neil BC fan. Welcome. So Tunko, yeah, we'll just kind of keep track of him for now. Yeah, what else are you guys doing down here?
Backpack leash grabbed.
Let's see. Gunther's still kind of like in a daze and is still sitting down. It's like he's just sitting there on the steps.
Okay.
Gunther, are you all right? That was quite the episode.
What happened?
I don't know. You were casting your magic and turned into this odd squid shape, and as you've been doing before, I figured it was just part of your magic. But then you started getting really aggressive with our new companion here for some little off the cuff response of his. It seemed rather unlike you. I know I haven't known you very long, but
Gunther will kind of like look at Thraxus in confusion and just kind of like look back at his hands and be like, I did? I don't remember that.
well, that's concerning considering it happened moments ago.
I'll say, this time around it felt like something else was in control. The more I tap into that magic, it feels like it's taking over me.
Well, perhaps you might consider trying to limit your use of that magic until we can speak with this wizard at the... Where was it? Line? Was it the Amber Temple?
The bus said that the wizard would be at the Amber Temple, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Alright, maybe you should limit your use of this magic until we can speak to this wizard at the Amber Temple.
I think that might be a good idea, Thraxus. I'm afraid of what this means. Perhaps Rango was onto something. As Gunther just stares at his hands. Just staring.
Is Rangil that cool individual that left you guys?
Yes, that was Rangil.
Killed to meet a guy like that.
Then Gunther would just be like, just kind of like clench his fists. And then we'll try to get up, but you'll notice that Gunther's like wobbly and looks a little weak. It's like, and this like immediately touches his head. Oh, it feels like I have the worst headache of my life.
Very, very odd.
Thraxus will kind of like try to help steady him. Perhaps we can have Kosara try healing you. Maybe that will help the headache. I'm not sure.
She did already try to examine me, but it seems like whatever's happening, this place is affecting my magic. It seems every time I tap into it, I lose a bit of myself with each time.
Well, I know a lot of the druidic ways, but whatever is going on with you, I have no expertise in whatsoever. We just need to get to Amber Temple as soon as possible, I suppose.
It seems like a good idea, Thraxus, but I'm due rest soon. I don't know if I can continue this. I'm so exhausted.
Yes, you do look a bit worse for wear.
Then leaning on Thraxus, Like, should we go off to Kasora then?
Ah, yes. Let's get out of this reeking cellar. I need to wash my clothes, or perhaps burn them after wading through that.
This is a little out of character, but what's this glowy thingy over here?
That was the barrel that Tunko was on. It
Oh,
was like
yeah.
a stand-in for the barrel.
I see.
There.
Yeah, we didn't have a.
Yeah, I know. I've been looking at that. I was like, what the fuck kind of thing is going on over there?
Yeah, it was like a stand-in for the barrel that Schnitz put in.
Yep.
That Tunko was on before he pieced out and left us all to die. You know.
Literally, he was saved from near death just to abandon all of it.
Yep. All right, so let's see. I guess we're now shimmying up these stairs here to go
Yeah, we're just shimming up the stairs and we go up.
to just you know, the very disheveled and goofy Kasara.
What do you mean? Nothing happened. Let's go, guys.
All right. Well,
know what
Kosara does have the bones in hand of Oleg Ulrich. Let me move our up here.
And upon coming out of the door, you would have seen Kasara. You would have seen Gunther and Thraxus, kind of like Thraxus supporting Gunther as he's just walking.
Oh my god, my goodness. What happened, Gunther?
They told me that I wasn't myself. I feel weak and tired. I feel like the magic's taking a strain on me.
So, mayhaps you should... Is it all magic or specific one?
I'm not sure. It's just, it seems that whenever I tap into my magics, there's something there. I feel strong. And then I don't remember what happened at the end. Thraxus said that I snarled at Toro, and I have no memory of this.
No memory, you see. Yeah, perhaps you should refrain from using magics for now.
How else am I to aid you all?
We can quite handle it for now. At least for now. Until we find the wizard. It's not gonna be as long, I hope. And she like wipes a bit of mud from her cheek.
And I will say, you won't be much help to any of us if this aggression builds more and you end up turning on us.
Indeed. Let us... We found the bones. Now, are we done here?
Wait.
Good
During
question.
this, Aurelio puts his hand on Kasara's shoulder. I don't feel that well right now.
Oh my god, Aurelia! And I'm looking at Aurelia and what do I see?
Aurelio is grabbing his chest and he looks very sickly.
Did you get hit in the battle? Hold up. And she's gonna lay on hands him, I think like 5-ish. I'll give at least 5 HP. If it's poison, I'm gonna use it as healing.
That's not
Whatever.
magic, that's alcohol.
Yeah.
Yep, and let's see here. Let's do this and this.
Sorry.
When she lays on hands, Aurelio falls over and he rides on the full in pain.
Yeah, it looks like spectral vines start spreading on you, trying to heal the wounds if it has any wounds.
Interesting. As some strange tendrils of vines start creeping and emerging all over Aurelior, it almost seeming as it's trying to hold him together or encase him in some way.
Oh my.
Branches from the floor reach out and start to surround Aurelior.
Like entirely?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh my, Aurelior. You don't quite seem as your usual you. Is that okay?
My
He
body
like looks
feels
at
like-
you and looks at the new stuff. Are you feeling alright?
It feels like my body is breaking down.
Oh, okay. Let's get on the move, quick. We do need to get out of here before anything else happens. This place seems...
Well, it's Aurelior's saying that he's on the floor like completely entangled by these vines now, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
From the... He's really quiet. I need to make him louder.
Then Gunther kind of like weakly say to Thraxus, "Don't you know anything about nature? You should look at him."
Well, I suppose I could try. This looks a little, bit defiled for nature, but I can check. Should I roll like a nature check, or what should I do here?
Yeah,
Or a medicine check,
roll an
maybe?
Arcana check.
Or an arcana check. Okay, choose my weakest one. Thank you.
Well, with a 10 and with your experience with nature and magical natures, you don't immediately recognize this, but it looks familiar. And what you remember is that this seems to be some kind of magic of the world tree.
Well, this appears to be world tree magic of some sort, but I'm not sure how I could aid him with this. I'm not even sure what's going on. What? He seemed fine moments ago.
Truly.
Yeah, the party now confused. Is Aurelior under the influence of some sort of poison? Maybe that he fell upon him from the ooze or from the dirty water from the cellar that you just emerged from. Are you all in danger of befalling some strange, twisted vine carapace around you in this way? But yeah, as you see, Aurelior is still at a loss of control and is being wrapped up by these strange magical vines of the world tree.
On the world tree. I wonder if Sarah would know anything about the world tree. Should I make a check for it?
Roll a history check.
Okay. Can do. Ooh. Net once and dies.
Yeah, with a 7 in history, you've only in your travels you've barely heard stories or tell of the world tree. You're not familiar at all with what could be happening here.
She doesn't even know if it is world tree on him.
Well, you only know from Thraxus kind of bringing it up, or or mentioning it, but you personally have no idea what the World Tree does or how it would affect someone in this way, at least.
World Tree, you say? That's definitely something druids kept from me. But
Gunther's seeing him in this form will weakly kind of like let himself from Thraxus's like support and kind of like look at Aurelior and will try to see with his like knowledge and what magic that Gunther knows. Can Gunther roll an Arcana check to see if he can see anything?
Yeah, go ahead, an Arcana check. Aha!
Goddamn.
Nat 20.
Yes,
Let's go.
In a eureka kind of moment, as I just kind of explained, aha, you kind of it all just clicks. As you, Gunther, have heard of this before. You've seen the magic of the World Tree mend or heal its servants. And you have heard tell of certain tribes of barbarians or certain groups of barbarians that worship the World Tree, and putting these things together, you may have something to tell your group about it.
Gunther, reaching a hand down, kind of like feeling and sensing the magic, goes, "It appears he is being mended. There are certain tribe of barbarians that worship the World Tree, and it seems in dire needs. The World Tree comes and heals them, puts them back together."
what happened to you earlier? What caused such big damage to you that the tree mended you?
Aurelian is still like in pain, but through the pain he says, "My body, it is not natural, as you could put it."
Not natural.
No.
And Gunther, with a hand outreached over Aurelior's body, goes, "Aurelior, weakly, what can we do?"
Maybe you all can try to put your magic together to try to help control these branches.
Well, I'm willing to try it if Kosara is.
Sure. Yeah,
Do you
we have to figure it out. If we can do anything, we should do something.
Do you require my assistance as well?
Also, Space is
Yeah.
back, by the way. I've just noticed.
Okay.
Oh.
Not in the call, not in the call, but he is in the game.
Alright,
Oh. So,
so-
what should we roll? Nature here? Medicine?
So Gunther
What?
says,
Hmm.
"He requires us to put our magics together. I know not what will happen to me if I do, but reach out your hand over mine and concentrate focus. In order for him to mend, we all need to work together."
Very well. And Thraxus will put his hand over Gunther's. I only hope this doesn't cause to another episode with your own magics, Gunther.
And I will join too. Let's
How?
see.
The ankle.
And while helping Thraxus, I can, like, what will happen while Gunther's concentrating, there will be a swirl of arcane around Gunther's hands and arms, and Gunther's eyes will soon glow with arcane energy. What looks like crackling of lightning, or just like what looks like sparks coming from his eyes. And Gunther will put, "Everyone concentrate, he needs this!" And then
Okay.
will kind of put his hand there, but kind of like tremble a little bit as Gunther's putting everything he has in his weakened state into helping Aurelior and constantly like flowing his magic into him.
You can see Kasara also like grabbing her amulet with one hand and who is whispering something with voicelessly, she also concentrates some magic into Aurelia with Sinister. Oh my!
And Thraxus's already green glowing eyes will glow even more vividly as green nature magic swirls around him.
And as the party kind of gathers around and focuses all of their magics into Aurelior as he lays here. Oh?
It's very shiny. Very shiny. Ooh, shiny.
Does,
Magpie-like.
Does anything happen, Aurelior?
The vines and branches pierce into Aurelia's body and makes it sway like all throughout and mends it. His
The
body
flower.
is fusing with the branches.
Huh.
Thraxus will kind of lean over to Kasara. Was that supposed to happen?
I don't know what's going on.
Are you saying this loud enough for Gunther to hear?
I never knew the ways of World 3.
Probably, yeah.
Gunther's like, the World Tree's magic is binding his flesh and together with the roots.
Oh, and then like nod. And then Gunther, oh.
And you'll see Gunther kind of straining to hold his concentration.
Now, does Aurelior's appearance change at all? Wink.
Yes. No, or as
Wink.
the branches fuse with her. His appearance.
I see! Oh!
Oh my god!
As Aurelior's form has changed and the branches and vine, the wood energy, the earth energy of the World Tree has now embedded itself within Aurelior's form.
My body, it feels stronger.
Oh,
And
wow.
with Gunther, after the transformation has completed for Aurelior, Gunther, you will see Gunther sway and collapse on the floor unconscious.
Huh.
Oh damn.
Drama queen.
Drama queen.
Oh no, damsel. Okay, I'm
Interesting. So Aurelior kind of starts being able to move himself, and he begins to notice the different patches of wood as he's transformed in this way across his body, the different parts of the World Tree that have embedded within him. But then Gunther falls to the floor, unconscious.
I'm gonna oh Gunther, I'm sorry about this. And being all dirty, she's gonna try and lift him up. Let's go.
Still moist from all the dirty water. Oh.
I know, just dirt.
Yeah.
I only imagine that Gunther just waking up like,
like-
what the? God,
It's
sleep.
like-
Just wake up.
His face just smearing against her body armor. Picking up all kinds of fucking swamp goo.
I have soap in my backpack. It's okay.
That's true. That is true. Kasara does have soap.
That's true.
True.
Yeah, but Gunther's completely unconscious right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna carry Gunther.
Okay.
Come here, big boy. We gotta get out of
Something
here.
like that
Found the
would happen.
bones. We found anything we needed. I believe we should go. And I need to.
I
remember
agree.
where
We need to get out of this place.
so I think
Although, what were we meant to do with those bones? Now that you mention it.
we meant to bury them. Give them a proper burial.
Indeed, she remembered. He noted specifically, Kosara would probably remember as well, he noted specifically a proper burial within the Church of Berez, which is
I was
somewhere
gonna say, was there a specific place?
somewhere within the swamp. He asked for the bones of his son to be buried at the Church of Berez.
I think we're gonna go there. I'm trying to find a way out.
You're going to the north now. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys just kind of leave the manor here.
Yep.
Yep.
Alrighty.
I have no
It's time for us
say
to leave. Let's assume Tanko went with us.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Quiet.
I'm not
I have
sure
his
what happened.
backpack leash. It's fine.
Yeah, he's somewhere. But you guys all navigate through the ruins of the mansion once again and out towards the courtyard, and you make it back onto the road, and you're able to all board up into the back of the wagon. And we'll be right back here where we left off. Or maybe not.
Maybe not.
Why is that invisible? There we go. There we are. But yeah, you can. So remember, right directly below you is the mansion. It will try and teleport you or something. You move that way.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind.
And we did check here. I think it reset us. Oh, maybe not. Let's try the road there. I'm gonna before we get on the carriage, I'm gonna ask. So remember the fork we were on? Do we go there? Or where do you assume the Church of Beres would be? I'm gonna consult the team before we go. Hello?
I'm not sure. I'm not entirely familiar with this area.
None of us are. And yet we gotta go somewhere.
Okay.
I can try.
But whenever you want to move, just go ahead and roll me a d6 for movement.
Yep. I'm gonna pre-roll it.
All right.
Well, that's kind of doesn't matter even like here.
Alrighty.
Up.
The curse of the two, it begins. Continues.
Nice. 5 movement.
Ooh, now where to go? This was a circle. The road goes there. There's so many ways to go. 1, 2.
I do recall Philip
We
mentioning
came
the
from this
hag
way.
going to the south.
So
Or not
then,
Philip. What was it? Chet? Is it Chet?
4,
Or-
5.
Something.
Okay, that's 5.
Space is messaging. So we're good.
Oh.
Yeah, something he was
So, yeah.
DMing me. Something happened with his brother, so he had to go.
Yeah, I hope everything's okay, Space.
I hope everything's
Truly.
okay for real.
Truly.
Best wishes and everything, man. Yeah, I hope everything's okay.
So 5
Okay.
that way. Here, let me. Ooh, interesting. All right, go ahead and you roll again.
1, 2, 3. Oh wait, is that a swamp? It's so
It
dark.
looks like you're heading towards the direction of some thicker parts of the swamp.
Okay. Let's see the Schnitzel. I'm guessing.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, let me get. Actually, it's supposed to be this. Okay.
One, 2, 3.
I was gonna say, it looks like a road right here.
Right here.
I can't see anything. It looks like, road.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Kinda.
looks like road. That's why I'm
It's up to you. I mean, you're the one with the carriage. You're the one with the reins.
Sure.
I can still hop in and consult you if you want. To be fair. Well,
Gunther's passed
probably
out,
not
fam.
Gunther. He's out.
I mean, it depends if you want to go to like the hag. Are we going to the hag, or are we trying to find the church in the ruins of Burris? The river.
We don't even know where the church is. We only know the hags. Like,
Yeah, we would have
there's
to
so many
venture
roads.
out and explore.
We might, if we see something that looks like a shack, we're turning around. I think we need the church first.
I will turn this carriage around.
1, 2.
Yeah, it looks like dirt and stuff this way. Yeah, look like a clearing. There's some
Yeah.
water right here, but like a clearing here. It looks like.
Yep. This is so dark. It's actually like actual challenge to see where to go.
It is a dark, dirty, abandoned swamp with no real direction.
Where are the headlights on this thing?
Yeah, for what's our GPS? Here, let me
Dark vision.
Oh no, Mario, she's driving. Remember that car can't fly.
Well, I mean,
Google map us to the fucking church.
Well, if
Shitty,
we
shitty,
somehow
bang,
make
bang,
our
shitty,
horses to
bang,
become a
bang.
Pegasus, that's actually a miracle.
all right.
Let us see. Not huge.
That's water. Yeah, down here is road. Up here is also road too. But
Yeah.
it's down south is where Big P said that. R.E.P. Big P.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Well, it
Yeah,
wasn't
here.
Big P that said it. It was the Chad goat.
Oh, you're right.
Chesco,
Well, I'm
whatever
saying
the
in
fuck
rap.
his
I
name
mean,
is.
oh, you're right. You're right. Chad go.
Yeah.
But, you know, in rap, I gotta be thinking about Big P
Tyler.
now.
That was
No, Dustin. It was
Kai.
Dustin.
No, it was
Oh,
Dustin.
Dustin.
Yeah, Dustin was the one that actually
Dustin.
remembered. Philip just
You're right,
fucking
you're right.
perished trying to think about it.
Dustin did say it was down here, but again, R.E.P. Big P. Homie in the sky.
Time to
Yep, yep.
R.I.P.
Yeah, Big P. This one
sorry
goes
about
out to
that.
you, dog. Real.
All right.
Ooh, 4, nice.
I'm really scared what is he rolling for.
There's so many dice going on. I'm scared.
Oh my god.
Yep.
He rolled just to do it after you rolled yours. Yeah, I mean, like you're
I'm
going on the
actually-
right path. I would just say like follow the road. Why not? See where it takes us.
Yeah.
I mean, worst case. I mean, you could also cut across here. I don't think this would count as like tough terrain. So like, you know.
Famous last words.
Thing is, I don't know. Should we? Okay, let's go.
It's up to you. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Just it's like a hex board, so I mean.
3, 4, 5. Where the hell are we going?
Feel the-
I don't even recognize anything here. Okay, Schmitz, your roll.
Alrighty.
Should we go back here?
I'm
Why
gonna
don't
say, I mean, doesn't Thraxus also have his omen thing? Like his Oracle omen shit?
I do.
I'm gonna say with
Okay,
that,
let's
give you,
do
like, a
it right
sense
now
of
when I
direction.
got 6.
I was gonna say, yeah, like a sense of direction of where to go.
All
Would that help
right.
DM? Out of
Well,
curiosity.
what is he
Maybe.
casting?
This thing again. Hang on. Here. I'll put it
Like
in the
his,
chat.
like
There we
the
go.
thing that would that help? Or give like a sense of where to direction?
Because
to
the
go?
last time I used it was when we were trying to solve the fucking door puzzle,
Yeah.
and you just had the
Okay, so-
like sound of the fucking.
An overworldly
what's it
entity
called?
about the results of a course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. Oh, okay, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right. I'll consume the resource then. Actually, wait. Do I need to? Because I can cast it. I think that's a ritual.
Oh,
'Cause you can cast rituals out of combat without consuming a spell slot, right?
but you also
Maybe?
I think it would
I don't know.
consume a spell slot, right? But I think you long rested, so it would reset.
No,
I
no.
think so, right? 'Cause, yeah, he
think-
long rested after using it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been a while since we've used it, so it probably has been a long
Yeah,
rest.
yeah, because you'd have to do it. You'd have to consume the resource, and then you could ritual cast it afterward.
Okay, so
If it's
there's a 1 in 4 chance that you will get no response. So here we go. As you see Thraxus offer offer up some energy to his divine for some answers. Okay, what are you asking exactly?
Good question. Are we just like asking whether or not we continue going to the south or west, or what do you think we should be? Kosara, or
Let's ask about the south direction, indeed.
I would just be like, okay,
So you're asking, you want to ask,
will I find...
would be heading south be good or bad? You're basically asking.
Just
Well,
straight
I
down.
would say, like, would heading south take us to where we seek?
and
so
are
you're-
we
so
so we're
specifically
seeking the church?
Specifically, you're asking, would going south take you to the church? Is what you're
Where
asking.
we're seeking? Well, I mean, not the church. Are we looking for the Pablo side?
Well, that's my question. Are we seeking the church or are we seeking the hag? Because those
Yeah,
are
check
two
the
wildly
church.
different things.
Oh, we're finding the church now? I thought we were going to the okay. Well, yeah, you could ask that.
Well-
I mean, that would be what you would ask.
Well,
I thought you
it
were going to
will
haggle.
account for Babali Saga as well. If it's not church, it's probably Babali Saga.
Well, we know for a fact that down south is the direction of where
Yeah.
Pablo would be. So that's why I'm like, we have no idea where the church would be. But we know
Yeah.
for certain down south around here is where Baba Saga is. So that's why he would ask the question to see, if like continuing
Yeah,
this
so
way
I've-
would take us to Baba Saga, I think, because that's what we would know. Otherwise we're just wasting the spell on that now.
Well, it is a ritual. That means it's being casted for 10 minutes, but it does work without burning a spell slot.
That is true. That is true.
So, all right. And
So-
final answer. What question are we asking the
Yeah,
divine
the Baba
answer?
Saga. Let's, if continuing down south would take us to which we see, which would be Baba Saga in your mind, because that's what you're wanting.
You want to know
Okay.
if going south would take you to Babla Saga.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're asking Babali Saga. Okay.
The omen reveals wheel.
Yes.
All right
good.
then.
So that would imply yes. Heading down south is where we would go to go. So do you tell
God,
this
there's
Thraxus
just so
tell
much
Kasara that, or what do you do with this information?
Well, Kasara, I know I've consulted an otherworldly entity, and obviously I don't have exact answers, but I do know that heading down south would give us a good chance of running into the hag Babala Saga. So if that is where we think we should head to next, I'd say we continue heading south.
Indeed, I thought we should move to church, but if the only extensive direction we have Babali Saga, probably we should move there.
I am a bit concerned about entreating a hag while one of our members is unconscious and the rest of us are, a little battle weary, but
Off coffee.
We also
trying to
have-
wake up Gunther, just saying.
Shall we move
we do
south,
have
but not straight?
very
Let's move a bit to the west? East? What is left?
West.
Yeah, like a southwest.
Yeah, it's like south.
Southwest.
Yeah, that's fun.
yeah.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
While Kosara is driving the carriage, Thraxus will take his quarterstaff and just kind of poke Gunther with it and try to wake him up.
Okay.
I would
now we
say
have-
for your first attempt, Gunther will still be unconscious, but clearly he is dreaming. He's in a dreaming state right now. Where he's completely just kind of muttering silently in his sleep and just kind of just still unconscious. Are you gonna try to nudge him again?
6.
Yes.
Okay.
And then again, we roll.
You
And then
okay.
he'll do it a little more forcefully this time.
2 more.
Alright. I would say with
then
that
once
with that
again-
second one,
1.
With that second nudge, you 100% wake up Gunther.
Okay, now you. Yes.
Gunther's now awake. Where am I?
We're back on the carriage moving through the swamp. You passed out after we did that magic with Aurelior. It seems to have taken a toll on you.
And Gunther will kind of like look for Aurelior and like rest his... What, is Aurelior sitting in the back with Gunther?
Yeah.
Okay. Gunther will kind of look at Aurelior and be like, Aurelior, I see.
Yeah.
The world magic, it fused with you. You're in a new form.
Yes, my body is mended now.
I see. And what happened? Do you know to do this to you?
It would seem that, unknowing to me, my body was rejecting the Will Tree magic.
Rejecting it?
Why would it reject it?
That's what I want to know. I can't imagine any living being rejecting the well tree.
Well, living would be a stretch.
And Thraxus will just raise an eyebrow at that comment.
There, and then Gunther will kind of just look back at his hands and look back at him. I'll look back at Aurelior. See that.
But Kasari, yeah, you
I was
see
gonna say,
that,
is that the edge of the map?
yeah, you're
Oh,
seeing
is
that
that
you've kind of reached the outskirts of the Berez of the swamp as you start to kind of roll this direction and out. And out from this direction, you start to see kind of the plains. You start to see the trees starting to thin out, and everything becomes less swampy if you were to head in this direction.
Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Again, wait.
And how long would you say, like, us traveling, down here would have taken? Schnitz.
What, like rolling along, like just from the Berez Burgomaster to
Yeah.
for what, for
Well,
your ring?
after Thraxus would have used his spell. His augury spell.
Since the augury
I'm
spell?
essentially asking... Yeah, I'm asking if 10 minutes has passed so he could cast it again.
10 minutes since the augury spell, yes.
Okay, so Thraxus, you could cast it again just to see, like, the general idea, and then this time ask for the church.
But it will like add 25% to it being not
That is
responsive,
true,
right?
but he can... It's a ritual
Yeah.
cast anyways, it's free.
50-50.
I mean,
It would be a 50-50 chance.
We love backshot roulette.
Alright, so what specifically would I be asking again? If heading,
So,
what, east? Or...
That's a good question.
Straight up
Well-
east, maybe.
We could just say heading eastward would, like, take us to the church, I guess.
Alright. Then Thraxus will once again reach out to this otherworldly entity for aid and ask if heading directly eastward would bring us to the Church of Berez.
It's a big
You
map.
get, you find a response spoken into your mind. It says, "Whoa."
Well, the omen for that direction was very much in the negative. I don't think we should head east if our destination is the church. And we seem to be at the southern edge of the swamps.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is this also
We
the
moved
edge here as
north.
well?
It looks like it because
Wait,
it
yeah,
cuts
is
off
this also the edge
midway.
as well? The edge of the edge here?
Yes, in both directions here, you're
So we're just
finding
like
you've reached
the-
the edge of the swamp.
Right. So, I mean...
very much the
well,
southwestern edge of the
I
swamp.
would say if east told us no, then the other direction we haven't tried is north. So, I mean,
Yep.
like...
That's
around
what
the
I was
south,
gonna
around
say.
here,
Yeah.
Right, it would be Babla Saga, right?
Yeah.
So like
It's north, I'm guessing.
in theory would be north. Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
travel northward.
Straight up. Let's move
Yeah.
straight up north.
Sure.
Let's go down. And Gunther seeing Thraxus do this, like, what on earth are you doing?
I honestly couldn't really tell you. It's a trick my master taught me. Essentially, I just ask an otherworldly entity if an action I take in the near future will yield good or bad results. It isn't exact, it doesn't always work, but, you know, at this point, it's all we have.
I see.
Oh.
So, Lingurovich, you had fun with the horses? She arrives as she talks.
I mean, they don't really talk to me very much, and even if they did, I wouldn't be able to understand them.
It's really a shame they didn't take us. Well, probably... Nah, it's good that I didn't take you with me. I've had not such a good of a day, and she's like still scrubbing a bit from her armor.
What happened?
Do you know dirty basements?
Oh, I mean, I'd say I've been in a lot of dirty basements in my lifetime.
Well, imagine the one which is functionally like a swamp, and it's stinky, and you double slip into it.
Oh, oh good heavens, Kosora, that sounds so nasty.
Indeed, and I feel as
You're
such.
nasty, Miss Jackson.
Oh. If I fell into dirty swamp water, I'd lose my mind. I'd probably vomit everywhere. Oh!
Ooh, what is this right here? So if this is where the burgomaster
Yeah, that's where they
also
mention it.
Then what's
to
this here?
Round.
A tree.
Say like, oh, that's a tree. I was gonna say, yeah. While everything is happening, after talking with you guys, Gunther's now holding the Jester charm from his pack in his hand, and this is kind of just resting, like with his eyes closed, against the back, like against the carriage, sitting where he is. Okay, so yeah, this would be the whole burgomaster. There was a path here, probably.
Yes.
We continue to look through my, yeah. Let's go.
Probably.
Hmm?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, what's that? Is that just another tree branch? That kind of looks like right here.
This is
There's
definitely.
that thing.
Oh, what is?
No,
That's like a
down here.
scarecrow. I think that might be a
Eh.
scarecrow.
Down here, I think it loops.
Could be.
Boop.
Boom! Just tons of dice. 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a path.
Must have been a scarecrow.
We gave up too early
Yeah, I was gonna
last
say that.
time.
That's a scarecrow.
Well, we
Yeah.
found the bones before the church, at least.
That's true.
True.
Very true.
Yeah.
Here, let me. Boom.
Imagine it's just Strahd following us.
That would be very funny.
He's just fucking following along like, God, where are these idiots going? They've been wandering all over this swamp.
My swamp!
Get out, Miss Swamp.
Help me, small streak. Oh, gods. I've heard of a creature around a swamp who always.
4, 5.
Are you just gonna follow it? You're not gonna go in here just to see what that is?
Well, I mean, it looks like I've been following the road.
Right.
That is. Well, what more can I do?
Go inside it. I would say just to who knows what we'll get dragged into it.
moving through the structures?
I mean, it's up to DM. Would it be able to move past these structures, or do we go around it?
You can move on any hex in this field.
Yeah, any hex, so we can go. We don't have to go around any object. We can
Okay.
go through anything.
I move.
But that also looks like it's the northern edge of the map now. To me,
That's what I was gonna
is
say,
that
yeah.
Indeed, you have
Yeah,
made it back to the north
maybe
side.
explore this, yeah.
Oppa!
Oh! You stumble upon some ruins. This must be the ruins of Berez. Okay. So you find a gravestone. Let me...
There might be a gravestone. It might be the church. Because we still have to explore this area. Because in theory, right, we would have like all of this. This is like the left corner of the map. So
That's
we
how I
could-
do it on Don't Starve. I do this and then like fill in the blanks. It's my gaming.
Yes, but your party has stumbled upon some of the ruins of Berez, and you find a gravestone.
Okay, it's loading.
Let me see here.
yeah.
Must be the ruins of Perez.
I mean, all of this is the ruins of Rome.
But yeah, you find a strange tombstone with the effigy of a woman on the front of it. But and you also see there's something strange resting near the grave, but you're a little too far to see exactly what it is. Do you wish to investigate?
I would take off the carriage and investigate.
You can also, can't you cast a summon? Don't you have like a companion summon to go investigate for you?
No, I have to find Steve. That's not familiar. If only Thraxus would wish to investigate with someone else.
Well, weren't you? What happened to the crow thingy?
Yeah, I thought you had a crow.
Well, I don't think I can use him mechanically. It's just a pet for flavor.
If you don't know the direction, you can always try to draw a giraffe. That's true.
yeah,
That's true.
we could do that.
What?
I would probably head back to the settlement and try to hire a guide. Not a bad idea.
Okay. So
It's actually a great idea by Jacob, hiring a guide, a local guide to take you through here.
damn.
Thraxus will summon a hawk familiar and investigate the. What'd you say? A strange object? by the effigy?
The object near the tombstone.
Yeah.
All right, so your familiar kind of creeps up closer to the grave, and you see that it is indeed. Huh.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, you find
Not
When even a DM is
but
bewildered.
actually a pack of demons. Congratulations.
no, you find a skull of the dead,
Oh.
and you're
As opposed to a skull of the living?
as opposed to a skull of the living. You actually, I guess you'd have to investigate it further, but yeah, it just finds this odd-looking skull that emanates a strange energy. But it'll bring it.
The living is in garbage.
It'll bring it back. That's true. That's me. But you'll pick it up and I'll just put it in your bag here. I just put it on your person. You should find it in your inventory.
I do indeed.
All right, but that is what you found at this strange tombstone within the ruins of Berez.
Well, lovely. I have a skull now, apparently.
talking one?
Well, God, I hope not. One of those is enough.
Well, I hope it's not cursed, because who knows
Well,
if
you're
it's
lost.
meant for you.
Oh, 1. Oh, fuck. It's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We still have this right here. It would be the edge, so you still have all this
Yep.
filler right here.
So we have a lot of.
I mean, in worst case scenario, we just go this way.
Is he gonna roll? Yeah. Is it not traveling behind us anymore?
Oh,
Strahd was
sorry. Let's do.
Don't worry. We got it.
All right, so that will make a.
One, 2.
Oh,
A
You-
spooky place.
you have stepped
And four.
into another ruins.
And 4
Um,
more movement left. If it doesn't reset, I don't know. I don't remember.
Guys, we found the ruins first. Oh my god.
It must be the ruins of the
No
rest.
way. Dude, I think you're on something.
So you just kind of you've already done spooky place, so we're gonna say you actually don't find anything here.
Okay, 4 more movement.
Give it the raid. Think so, the raid. Go back.
3,
Give it.
4.
Alrighty, and then
now-
we'll do our little movement here.
Bro.
1, 2, 3.
Also, be back really quick. I desperately need.
So right here would be the edge. So
Yeah, I would think we go
I would
down
say go
because
this
this looks like
way.
forest. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Oh, 1, 2.
Alright.
1.
Over the Grandmaster, Diamond 2 nice and hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Get him, Gibby.
Alright.
God damn it. 1 again.
Oh wow.
My sweet little fuck nugget is crazy.
Yeah, I'm
Wait,
right
who
though.
said
It's okay.
that?
Keep on me do that.
Oh my god.
No, it's like, so when someone says good morning,
Yep.
or like it says good night, there's messages that pop up.
Right,
Oppa,
right.
I see something, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I see something here.
Oppa.
Dude, that's just how we do it. The oppa.
That is a graveyard.
Yeah, as you get closer, you see what looks to be a
Oh, that's
graveyard.
a gravestone. Well, let me desecrate it real
And as
quick.
you get deeper and
Yeah, I was
deeper,
just like,
you
let me
have
Hey.
stumbled into the graveyard
Finally!
and found the church. And let me get you guys over here.
And right on time, by the way. We are kind of approaching the end of the stream.
Yeah, I was about to say also, oh my god, this stupid grid that keeps popping up for some reason on these.
That is so great, by the way.
But as you get closer and closer, you see the fog starts to clear, and as you start to move out of the way of all the trees that obscured your vision, you do see the Church of Berez right before you. Are you all seeing it, or is it black for you guys?
Yep,
I do see it.
I see it.
All right, cool. You do see you pass by some of the gravestones that lay in ruin and rubble as you approach the Church of Berez, but that is where we will end our session today. Thank you so much for playing, you guys.
Great session.
Very
Great.
Hell
Absolute
yeah.
cinema. As always, absolute cinema.
As
We got Aurelia lore! Woo!
Woo, indeed. Huge lore across the board. Some interesting interactions interactions between Gunther and his confusing illithid curse that seems to be on him, and as it seems to be worsening, Aurelior, succumbing to some strange sickness of world tree that has now embedded itself into him, along with Tunko obviously just being a ridiculous, silly goofball.
A menace as usual.
But we will find out more on next session. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. We'll be back next Saturday with more D&D. But tomorrow we will be streaming possibly some Tabletop Simulator. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's a roll for persuasion. Too late,
I like to persuade him.
The doors are shut. The dice doors are shut, closed, locked up tight until next Saturday's session. So sad. But welcome in, Space Frogs. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed. We are going to be getting the heck out of here. If you guys want to follow us on our raid, it'd be much appreciated. We love supporting our fellow smaller streamers around here on this goddamn website. Let's see who the heck we can raid out to tonight. Who is online and live?
D&D next week.
You know what, Amber Fox? Amber Fox is playing some Baldur's Gate 3. Sounds pretty cool. Sounds cool to me. We love some Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate.
But what about Sunnyface?
Baldur's Gate? I hardly know her game.
We do love Psychoface, but we just rated him not too far in the distant past.
I was talking about Sunnyface, but okay.
Silly face. Sally face. We'll see what happens. Anyways, we're getting out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys on our next stream, or if you just are here for the D&D content, hope to see you next Saturday for our next D&D campaign stream. But we're gonna be getting out of here. We're gonna be raiding over to the great and powerful Amber Fox, who is a part of Cindy's community, who is an awesome streamer who we love to check out and support her as well. All right, but we'll be heading over there again. If you guys want to stick around for the raid, we much appreciate it. We have the raid message in the chat.
Everybody steal her cheese.
Do we have a goddamn
Steal her cheese! Steal her cheese!
Steal that cheese, goddammit.
Let's go.
Steal her cheese!
Be a cheese thief, or you're not welcome on this raid, and that's what we'll say.
Take her cheese.
All right, here we're going over to
heard she
Amber
has
Fox.
Dinda.
Where is she? Amber Fox playing some Baldur's Gate 3. We love D&D. We love Baldur's Gate. Maybe a little more, maybe a little tiny bit more than D&D sometimes. It's so amazing, such a cool game. And Amber Fox is such an amazing streamer. Check her out, drop her a follow, drop her some love in the chat, drop her the raid message. But without further ado, we're gonna get the heck out of here. Farewell, guys. Bye-bye. Good night. Farewell. Thanks for playing, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Good night. Farewell. Good night. Bye-bye. All right. Bye-bye.
Wow, Moon, can I...